and they have watched tape on DRX and have a decent understanding of what they're going to look to do there. But the split, that is where I have probably the most concerns.
Yeah, so I guess hopefully it's going to be either one of these maps that G finds a bit of a strong start to. Otherwise, we just get to see DRX continue to grow their ceiling. And then when it comes down to the agent select as well, this is where I have a bit of curiosity, seeing what they will pick. Of course, on the side of DRX, this is tried and true. We've got that flash and dash, breach and jet. Voxy 9 this time, of course.
Raffle!
Jet. And then RB back to the Sova.
Yeah, I mean, this is bread and butter for Stacks being on that breach. And RB has played the Sova many a time. This was, you know, he's been playing it since they had Lakia on the squad, and everyone's saying, why the hell is RB playing Sova? You have Lakia, why not have him play? And then they did something.
Raffle.
RB has proven himself to be just an incredible player. My biggest concern for GE is going to be going into Haven, you know, breachless, not having that combo. But so we'll see how they decide to pilot this.
I mean, this was the same comp that they played last
Hello.
Success. Maybe they want to continue to try it, and hopefully they will be able to find some bits of success. Their pistols have been pretty good so far, especially in locked in. On to the next one. We'll see how it works out.
Man, we are talking like we're
realistic polls dal DRX
and I really hope that's not the case. I want global
possibility
esports to, like you said, Quack, at least get one map to show
possibility
show worth here. So with that, all there's left to do is to get into the game and hear from our casters.
आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
We have William, and William, tell me.
GE fighting, brother. GE fighting. Game की आवाज और मेरी आवाज सही है?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my friend here, Brendan Valdez. He's a dashing man. Honestly, what else am I supposed to say about you? We're excited to be here for VCT Pacific. And I mean, we were looking at the map ban pick as well. And, you know, we've got some questions, right? The Haven, somewhat obvious, but then the split. I mean, Global Esports really trying to bank on that map too. But first of all, they're going to have to get through this Haven, which they did really well on last week.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I think that, you know, a lot of confidence in their play on this map. We often hear from pro teams, they're like, well, we're not even considering.
कभी तुमने गुड़ के चीला खाया? गुड़ का चीला, बेसन का चीला होता है। मम्मी ने गुड़ का चीला बनाया मेरे लिए, वो भी आटे का। मुझे पसंद है यार।
Take the 13-4 against T1, and you were pointing out to me, William, they were running the same exact comp.
Yeah, I mean, they were going with the no Sova last week. They're sticking with it.
क्या हाल है? अबे भाई, all good.
The dual flashes to great efficiency, right? Really just setting up a lot of ways for texture to break through. And then you have the paranoia from Magnetic.
मुझे गुड़ नहीं पसंद। अच्छा तो होता है गुड़।
Different types of flashes here for Global Esports. Now, you're going up against a team who, once they have tape, they know how
Let's go, baby.
I'm curious what the plans are going to be. Of course, the read coming out from DRX that it's going to be an early A push here.
Yes, waiting in position. Out comes Foxy 9, gonna pick up one, but gets taken out by Aran and down in sewers, even winning that fight is Global Esports, so already off to a good start for them.
Ooh, now, I don't think Global Esports necessarily suspected that to come in, but hold on, we'll see. Oh, okay, well, Stacks, not much hope there.
Nice!
Try to get whatever kills he can early, because it is a 1v4.
And that's it, Ronsky with the 3K to start us off. And already, Global Esports off to a fantastic.
भाई चार जने थे वहाँ पे.
Aggressive
push इतना था, लेकिन blind थे यार बंदे.
Now I like the idea, right? We don't see that too often.
अब मैंने देखा यार. ये देख banker.
Now what I think happens here is if Foxy 9 didn't get that first kill, the backup actually just backs off as well, empties the site. But since he gets the first kill, they say, okay, no, they're still paranoid. Let's all flood in, try to finish this round early, and then they're just not quick enough. Global Esports recovers, and
मैंने देखा है
that quick and easy pistol round.
भाई सब पटर लेते हैं पहले राउंड में.
From DRX to get this aggressive.
Oh, frenzy, sorry.
This time, Global Esports going to be setting up around mid. Maybe looking for some picks before we do get going on this one.
Oh, I like that from Aaron, right? Even with the Spectre, just breaking that door to see if anyone tries to swivel off of that, right? Just to get an easy pick. Try to figure out where DRX is, because when the opponents are on an eco, you want to try to figure out what's their gamble, because usually it's a stack. Now, DRX is playing non-traditionally compared to most teams, where they're just saying, just play default. Even if it's pistols, get whatever 1v1
and then
let's go from there. Foxy9 being spotted, so yeah, Global, they should just try to force to keep him there, because you know there's backup as well, and then rotate to the other side.
They're doing a great job of that here, trying to take this second round, and
नाइस रीड यार, अकेला है सी पे ओमन, घुस के मारो, नाइस, घुस के
as it is not looking very great for him.
एस ले बड़ी, एस घुस के मार.
Yeah, I mean, Mako, he makes the best choice he can, not hiding in the smoke, which is a bit more obvious. He tries to hang back in the very back corner and get an easy pick, but they're working with just classics here for DRX. Now, if this is a flawless for Global, though, they could go for another quick rush in round 3, and that could spell trouble for DRX.
It's a 4K for Texture already, who has started off looking very...
I know, you know, we know.
There's that flawless you were talking about is very nicely handled, very calm play here on the attack until they go for the push from Global Esports.
यार एकदम मेरा वाला प्ले करा टेक्सचर ने यार, मैं भी यही करता हूँ. स्मोक डैश उसके ऊपर.
बोलोगे तो तुम लोग सीधा वहाँ पे वेट करो, मैं यहाँ पे नॉइस करके आता हूँ.
रहने दे. प्रॉपर टाइमिंग में स्मोक मिला, टाइमिंग में फ्लैश मिला.
वो एंट्री कर रहा है ना, वो कॉल दे रहा है कैसे करो. तो ए पे बोलते हो कि मैं फेक करके आता हूँ, और फिर तुम फेक करने के चक्कर पड़ जाते हो. Binks time, Binks.
Binks time, मुझे क्या पता?
You can never doubt that. Buzz will
Binks भाई अकेले करते हैं बॉस पार्टी यार.
नहीं, Binks और मैं रोज हम लोग उनके बीच में बैठते हैं.
बुला लो उसे.
Seeing what he can do. 1v3, but he gets shot down through the box as Foxy9 will clean things up, and DRX will take down the bonus round.
Wow, what a good hold from Buzz.
Sameep bhai ka message aaya,
right? Because Mako gets one kill, so then Buzz tries to flood the site with him. Mako actually gets taken out seconds before, and then Buzz is all alone, but you know this guy loves to shorty. I mean, he was putting up, I think, one of, if not the most shorty kills over at Lock-In as well. So, I mean, he knows which angles to hold if he's being pressured on his own, and then backup arrives in the form.
थोड़ा गेम साउंड बढ़ा दे, पक्की बात है.
As well as some of the flashes coming out, and you know, Buzz, he didn't get to play week 1. He's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, and consider that Global Esports, they were on the site.
DRX जीतेगी. ये देख भाई. ओ भाई कुछ भी भाई.
Still, Buzz was just able to hold it down all by his lonesome essentially until his teammates came over. So a very.
और तुम्हें याद है? रुको मम्मी.
Well. Otherwise, they might have been overwhelmed on that.
DRX Foxy और Mako का ही वो कर था ना शायद.
Opening kill onto a very important member of Texture.
वो जी ने April Fool.
Jet, I mean, what more can you do? You're kind of your comp revolves around setting
Texture,
right? You don't have any solid info like.
वो DRX Mako का और इसी का करा था ना. Foxy का April Fool. Oh shit!
Wow. Well. A very to, you know, do little bunny hops and check. And Ronsky is going to put an end to that nonsense, and Foxy9 gets a little bit of revenge here in sewers.
Foxy9's kill was so important because otherwise DRX would be left guessing whether they would rotate or not off of that kill. Now Foxy9 getting that kill knows that means Global Esports still was, you know, trying to contemplate their ideas. Now that they're down to 30 seconds and none of the Killjoy utility has been tripped, DRX has a fairly good idea that this is going to be A.
Absolutely, and here they come. Spots Ronsky, Foxy9 in the corner. They do not check this angle, and that is a 4K already for him. As RB is going to clean up that last person.
मैं चेक करता हूँ भाई.
Now DRX so far, they've been sticking with the Venice. Yeah, I was wondering if you go right up to the operator, and you might as well. You also have the blade sir if you need to make those plays. But plays like this, right?
मुझे क्यों लग रहा है कि यार
boxes there on A main. Those are not plays we're used to seeing from DRX on defense, especially on E-side, because this is one of the few teams that is actually very confident in their A retake. But I like their adjustments because they know that global.
मुझे क्यों लग रहा है थोड़ा easy होगा DRX के लिए. लेकिन फिर भी G fight. Never lose.
You will not be able to do this. We will be shutting this down. We will be getting aggressive.
2-1 तो हो जाए at least 2-0 ना.
Looking for the base, not hit that first shot. As knives are out. That's going to be one on.
Hey, देख भाई, बाकी भाई क्या कर रहे हैं? जब पता वहाँ पे, ओ भाई ये देख भाई, मार रहा बैंक.
He's not stopping.
Yeah, this chase down not really working out for them as he's just lining up shot after shot. Misses the first one, but since then has been clean. Texture gonna look to peek the angle with Monyet distracting, but Foxy9 has none of that and has a couple knives on RB though. Texture will get shot down. And now with the shorty in the smoke, Foxy9 is buying so much time.
Yeah, Foxy just trying to. Oh, Foxy loves doing this, by the way, just updrafting just to gain info and try to stay alive.
ओए
Buzz, no, don't do it, Buzz.
Yeah.
तू नाइफ करने जा रहा था
Gonna go down.
हाँ
1v3 there, trying to make his way onto the site. Not gonna happen. So DRX 3 rounds in a row.
नाइस करेगा
And
इतना
they
बड़ा हो
will
गया
take operator.
अबे
Yeah, that's the most important thing, right? They get to keep that operator, the investment, and Foxy, he whiffs on the first one, but he will be able to climb back.
नाइस करेगा
Couple extra kills for his bank.
Taking out the jet, had the knives out, especially since it's texture, right? You wanna take him out there before you really get swarmed on the A side, and so far
2-0 DRX लग रहा है
takes from Global Esports.
फिर भी हम
This
बचेंगे
round have
2-0
been
to GE
successful
easy
onto the A side.
GES has a read on this.
Hey, bro,
Foxy's
yeah.
just a bit quicker. I think their idea was, do you
इन्होंने
push out
यहाँ
of
पे
garage, and
सोवा
if you
क्यों
don't,
नहीं
let's
लिया
break
है?
the Killjoy Util. I think that call is
जी ने
finally
क्या
coming in
कॉम्प
for
ले
Global
रखा है?
Esports. But Foxy9
वहाँ पे
is
सोवा इतना
just
इम्पोर्टेंट है इन्फो के
quicker.
लिए
And here's the thing, that's why a lot of people have been excited to see him on this DRX squad, is his opping is so confident.
Yeah, it's not really fair when a guy can just come out here and confidently peek 3 people, get a pick, and get away, right? It's pretty rough.
Yeah, with nary a scratch, so. And then now he's rotated back to A already, and then on top of that, RB already has info.
Yep.
But look at this. I mean, they keep using utility to plant him forward, which is not what DRX usually does. Global Esports, they're just getting bashed
ये
around.
क्या
left and
कर
right.
रही है
2
GE
kills already
क्या
for Foxy9, and
पता नहीं
keep
भाई, मैं
slowly
वही
peeking
सोच
the
रही हूँ।
corners, he will continue to slowly take you out. As now push on to B.
इस मैप पे सोवा चाहिए रहता है पता है इन्फो के लिए
A couple
प्रॉपर
smokes already down, but 3 members of GE on the site. As they look for Mako, the spray through, and they do get Mako, as he was the only one on the site at the time. Stacks here trying to line it up, but gets 2v1'd, and all of a sudden, little chance here, but RB with the 2K looking for Aaron, who is on the site. They did not get the spike down.
Yeah, time is not on Aaron's side. The Blade Storm's at the ready. Yeah, Foxy9's just trying to play for time. They want to play this as a strong 2v1 here.
Oh, he did not get the blitz. He cancels it early in 2 seconds.
अरे shit
ये क्या हो रहा है ये
एक माइक्रो सेकंड पहले इसने एरन ने प्लांट हो जाता निकाल सकता था
Yeah, well, I mean,
Shit.
Foxy9 making the play to say, you know what, we have good econ. So let's just
भाई ये
stop the plant.
फॉक्सी को शट डाउन करना पड़ेगा भाई कहीं से भी पीक लेके बुड मार के जा रहा है यार ये क्या
I
बात
like
हुई
that idea, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
सबसे बुरा
you know,
एरिया
you
फिर
could
ए पे
argue
मारा
the
है ये
operator
स्काई
wasn't really
को
worth it. You could go for 2v1 retake, but listen, with movement like Foxy9's, you might as well. He scares him off the plant. And I was wondering if maybe even the Hunter's Fury just to play for time, but DRX seems confident that they want to save that for later. Wow.
Very funny round, actually. What with the craziness. And Aaron doesn't look too disturbed. He's like, well, got the 2 kills, and they will...
एरन का एम एकदम नीट है नीट
Yeah, I mean, they at least get the operator out of their hands, so they're going to have to reinvest into that. Because, you know, if they're able to carry that forward another round, I mean, you got to imagine that their econ's going to look pretty strong for the rest
ये क्या
of the
लिखा है
first half.
हेलो कोरिया DRX फाइटिंग
We've got
हेलो इंडिया GE फाइटिंग
DRX here, but on the right side, it's actually for texture. Nada is his Korean name.
गाइस ये क्या लिखा राइट में
So, cheering for texture as
गाली दे
well.
रहे हैं
So, got fans cheering for both sides. I mean, here's the thing: Global Esports.
गाली
We've
देंगे
talked
क्या
about
वहाँ
this
पे
several
वो
times on the desk and the cast. I mean, they
बोलने
are
में क्या,
quite the
बजने में क्या?
star-studded lineup if you look at them individually across different countries.
Foxy को रोको भाई
So, it's no
ट्राई
surprise
कर
that
रहे हैं
there's big
भाई
following for the squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
TM कैसे लिखा है
And
हाँ
I
क्या
think, with all that confidence in their own play, perhaps, you know, challenging DRX on Haven, coming out here, trying to take the win.
इंट्रोवर्ट के
on
13
map
प्लस 1
one could be a way to get things started,
What?
especially with the split
इंट्रोवर्ट
coming
के
up from map
चौदह
2.
लिख रहा है भाई
As let's see if GES can stop
ये भी
the
सही है
onslaught of DRX, who have taken 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, so DRX, they
I
particularly see
know
the Hunter's Fury because of the lockdown coming up for Aaron, right? So they want to just
वो
make
देख
sure
भाई
they
पूरी
counter
रीड है भाई उनको
hard execs.
लिटरली वो लोग रीड कर रहे हैं इनको इतना
I
इजीली
like the changes from
वो देख
Global.
ब्रीच
They're
पीछे
trying-
स्टन लेके
finally
बैठा है
trying to figure out where are the Killjoy abilities being used by Buzz, just so we can disrupt them early on in the round.
Oh, he misses. And Buzz now, he's got
बच गया
बहुत समझ नहीं आ रहा है इन्होंने क्यों क्या सोच के लिया
as he will go back
The
onto the C
initiative.
site, but you'll note that GE are taking this very slow. They have not pushed in just yet.
Yeah, the problem being that we've got Foxy9, hiding here, and I don't think the turret spotted him. The guiding light finally will, so they know that this information's been given up. This signifies to Global that they actually just have to go C. They don't have any other options here, and DRX is ready for it. They've already flooded it with 3 people.
There you go, Skyalt comes out as they move on to the C site, and already in the smoke is Texter. Let's see if Stax has got it. Okay, Buzz gonna get one, but Texter follows.
Nice,
They
nice.
clear out the C site. Now we'll get that
फॉक्सी
spike
को
out.
एकदम इग्नोर कर रहे हैं भाई, कोई करना चाहिए
I
वैसे
think they're going to force a save here and finally claw back. One of the big things was that null command coming in on that KO, right? Ronsky pops it a little bit further behind, but right as they're about
दो
to enter, they
ultis
pop
करी
the
भाई.
Seekers first, and then the null command on top of it. And that means that you don't respond fast enough. Your utility's all tied up for DRX. They've already chosen to flood the site, so they actually just have to pick these duels. But you're simply outnumbered. So a great setup from Global Esports. This is a round they needed to win by investing all these ultimates.
Nice.
That's
Nice round, J-Baat.
Stop the streak of DRX, and it started off with kind of
G fighting बोलते.
well. They were able to start
Rossi
with
कब
that,
खेलेगा,
take it
मजा नहीं
over
आ रहा.
and charge on through.
अरे फाटू को लगा जॉसी खेलेगा.
पता नहीं यार
Global
क्या
Esports only
सीन है.
one round behind, sticking in it so far against DRX.
पता नहीं गाइस यार क्या सीन है. अरुषि भाई को फोन लगाओ क्या?
Thought this would be a very
पूछो क्या एक बार
one-sided
ऋषि भाई से
affair. I
क्या
would
सीन
say
चल
so
रहा है.
far Global is putting up a fight. Now, of course,
बिजी होंगे
DRX
मैच
isn't
देखने
really
में.
showing too
पूछ
much of
सकता
their
था.
hand. They're playing very default heavy, especially with the operator. They got a little frisky
G
in the first
fight
couple
है.
rounds, but nothing too special. My big question is, win or lose, can Global Esports start to force other setups here coming out from DRX? Because otherwise, it looks like Foxy9's happy to just always go into ace or ace short.
बात
with
कर
the
गाली
operator.
खाएगा हाँ क्या.
And that's exactly where he's headed to once again. As a knife was used, but is going to be holding this one down as we do see Global is setting up four guys outside of lobby.
पता लग गया. नहीं
It's a
नहीं.
little greedy trying to pop that Trailblazer. He has been very good about crouching.
भाई
underneath that
घुस
turret
नहीं
now
है,
that he's
घुस
spotted.
नहीं है. ये कर लो यार मोनिया भाई.
Yeah, Monyet just sticks that ultimate. A bit
Yeah.
risky.
And he is right there to take him down.
मोनिया
As
भाई ये
are
कर
on
लो
the
बस.
east side, but they don't really
ये
have a good
देखो
idea of where the members of
भाई.
DRX are as they clear them out.
Right here.
And now they're just going to kind of awkwardly back away as DRX are in position with 5 guys around this site.
ओ भाई दिख रहा है फॉक्सी भाई जबरदस्ती उसी पे घुसना है यार. देखो यार.
A site rush heavily. I almost think
Understand.
from the shadows
क्या
from
कर रहे हो?
Monyet. Maybe use
हाय
both
फाड़ू भाई
in this
कैसे
site,
हो.
right, just to
प्राप
check
भाई
the back
ऑल
doors, right?
गुड.
Not-
वेलकम टू अ
unfortunately,
वॉच
you
पार्टी
guys
स्ट्रीम
agreed a
मेरी
lot more
जान.
space with it,
क्या हाल है?
and backup was already
जी
there,
ट्वीट
right? I
देख,
think the
reply
reason
there.
Global Esports still continues
Do we-
is because
जी
they realize
tweet
Stacks comes to
देख,
close their
reply
LP. They haven't
there.
entered the site
मतलब?
yet, but RB was already
क्या
there,
आवाज
right?
निकाल
And
रहा है
then
ये?
the breach
कौन
utility
बे?
can still come in to back up. So
कॉल करके पूछ 40
bit of
रुपए
a
दूंगा.
tough round for Global Esports,
50 रुपए
and
की तो
I
मेरे
think
कॉल
we're
रेट है
starting
तो
to see
40 देगा.
they
शर्म
haven't
कर.
figured out an answer for this operator just yet.
ऋषि भाई
Just
ये
gonna
लोग थ्रो कर
save
रहे हैं.
on this one. Not going to look to get on in there.
Revealing area.
As,
इससे अच्छा जेट तो मैं खेल लेता. लायन विकी क्या बोलते हैं?
Going to put DRX at 5 and 3 in this map. so
रमीत भाई
far.
मैं.
Yeah, Global Esports, while their econ, if they wanted, they could still buy up next round, but I think they're considering, listen, it's already a 5v2, they have an operator, and we don't want to give Buzz his lockdown for free, right? He's only 1 point away from it, so they say, yeah, it's ideal if we get a couple guns out away from their hands, but if eventually they're going to keep the operator anyway,
देखो यार
big deal, let's just save it and
अभी भी
play
फुल
the
बाई
long
है भाई.
run, 'cause there's
ग्लोबल
still,
esports
there's
पे
still a
फुल
handful
बाई है,
of
पूरा
rounds
बाई
left
है.
here in the first
सारी
half.
यूटिल्स है.
Still got some
अब मेरे को
time.
लगता है
Foxy's gonna be
कि
playing up on top of the middle of B.
फॉक्सी को इग्नोर करना चाहिए. फॉक्सी देखो बी पे खेल रहा है ताकि वो कहीं भी रोटेट कर जाए. गराज ए सी.
Check for any garage movement. Of course, not going to go all the way out as the breach alone, but
भाई
look at how fast Stax is on that rotation on the map, right? They hear all this noise on A, and he's checked a bit for any movement towards garage. They don't see any of it. Killjoy Util is holding C site strong, so this is a relative stack here on the A side already for DRX. Now, Global Esports, they're looking for a fake here.
Okay, see a flash come out. We got the drone here as well. Really just trying to get as much info as possible, but everybody does.
ओ
avoid
देखा जेट को देख लिया.
Very slow play here from Global, taking their time. As it does look like they are ramping up for an A push.
बाजीगर मैं
So this is one of those
बाजीगर.
rounds where Global Esports, they actually don't have any solid info themselves. They've been trying to sell
भाई
a
बी
type
पिक
of
मत
fake
लेना.
one side or the other. But since they don't have any hard info, they're bringing back the Sky because they want to signify the Trailblazer is where we want to go. Now that they don't see anyone guarding close in garage, yeah, okay, they get the better read. Aaron says, okay, we still saw the Killjoy over on that side. Let's just put the lockdown here for the fake. Does DRX bite on this?
30 seconds left.
Oh, we'll see. We see Stax is moving behind through spawn.
Nice!
Caught there in B. As the push is actually coming in onto A. Mako gonna hold it down. Stax
Huh?
picks up a second. As meanwhile, the push onto
Yeah.
A is relatively weak and slow. Mako in position. Monyet able to get two though. As out with the shorty comes Mako, but is gonna get shot in the back as this plant is getting down.
Nice, nice,
Quite
nice.
messy, but you know what? They're able to get the plant and stay ahead in numbers, which was the ultimate destination for Global Esports. Now, Buzz, he's done this before.
Ooh, he's trying to hop through the smoke, and down he goes. Monyet picks up a fourth.
ओ भाई स्मोक से डैपर पीक कौन लेता है?
Kind of round in that one, but
कौन लेता है
it
स्मोक
works
से
out.
डैपर पीक?
I mean, they had me guessing for a couple moments as well, right?
Nice,
It was
buddy,
very clear
nice.
They wanted to do a fake one side or the other, but then bring the Sky.
रॉसी होता तो जॉट जॉट हो जाता.
Just send in texture on A side and then use the Trailblazer.
जी का ट्वीट दे रॉसी नेक्स्ट मैच खेलेगा. हाँ क्या? पक्की बात है.
Clear garage, I'll put in a deep lockdown, and at the very least, draw out the Hunter's Fury.
कैसे जीते ये राउंड? भाई
सोनिया मोने ने अच्छा खेला, बस इतना सा
मोने ने हाँ वो एक नहीं उसके जेट ने बी पे हगा उस पे.
सामान्य टेक्सचर थोड़ा पैनिक किया ना अभी.
हाँ.
Monyet essentially just pushed on, perfect timing through the smoke onto A and caught them with their pants down, and that is going to be a huge boost to the feelings here for the side of Global as now.
अपने केजे के ऑर्ब से सामने वाले केजे का ऑर्ब टूट जाता है क्या? हाँ बे.
Yeah, I think
Oh
Global
shit
right now,
यार.
what they
कब से खेल रहा हूँ अभी
ideally
तक नहीं
want is to
पता.
draw out some of these hard ultimates like the Rolling Thunder
रुपेश पता है
or
पता है.
the lockdown, right? Try to just fish for some of those ultimates here on B and then get out quickly afterwards if they can. They've checked Killjoy as well, not just her utility.
And Buzz after that.
आवाजें क्या आती है स्पैम में?
As the drone gonna spot a very sneaky texture.
Now, the problem is, now they put up a good smoke on A lobby just to keep Foxy9 tied up there. Are they going to actually commit to this with all these ultimates over on DRX's side? Are they going to push through? Please do.
Couple members pushing through right now as the plant, though, is going to be
onto
B.
Okay, but this is very good because if the Rolling Thunder comes out on B side, they have a way out onto A link. So DRX actually
वो देख रॉन्स्की को देख कहाँ चले गया?
There's a couple of guys still on A. Yes, Ronsky is coming in from behind them.
They haven't found Foxy9 yet. They know he usually likes to play A. Ronsky's the insurance right now to watch from behind.
Yeah,
Oh no.
We got the lockdown as, Monyet gonna be taken down as out here in mid. Bossy on the edge of it, spots Buzz, but gets taken out, and a snipe from Bossy. They clear them out. It's only Texture on this one, as he does have an ability to try to stop this one in the three different smokes, but down he gets taken by
कैसे? इतना अच्छा, इतना अच्छा.
पता नहीं.
वो करा था भाई.
Game fight था नहीं.
Onto Stax's head through the
Sky
smoke.
ने वहाँ पे
That
किसी
would have
पे
been
कर
round
दिया.
win here.
इतना अच्छा प्ले करा था ए लिंक पे. उन्होंने क्या करा?
But the problem comes in the fact that Ronsky, after he gets the kill in A heaven, he actually wants to wrap all the way around because they realize they've lost sight control over to C link, and then their movements have all been red because Foxy9 was still remaining over on A site with that operator.
They're having some fun there at the end, swinging some hammers onto the dead bodies as
Eclairs के looks के लिए दो शब्द पढ़ो भाई.
That was not an easy round for DRX, even at the end.
Eclairs क्या looks है आज?
They got 5 guys out.
मैंने नया hair color नहीं देखा.
We're gonna push through long.
नया hair color?
Okay, so Global, they're understanding how to push Foxy out of sewers. Okay, this time they commit even better to it. They want to get the chase down.
Oh, and
nice.
the knives through the smoke as Texture is in there. Foxy able to
Foxy's
get
still
2,
alive.
and he's still got this operator finally.
ओ भाई फॉक्सी को कोई शटडाउन ही नहीं कर पा रहा भाई. वो दो ले जा रहा है. एक या दो ले ही जा रहा है.
Yeah, they have an operator on Batsy, and they have the Vandal on Texture as well. This is easily defendable. Mako's just been scratched through the wall.
Very good, Monia. Very good, buddy.
And not much hope for
Hello.
Yeah, there's not much you can do.
What?
And and it looks like Global Esports also just
मेरे को ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है यार जी फटी पे खेल रहे हैं यार
wants to get crafty, but he just says, all right, well, you know, RB and Foxy9 low on their econ, so let's make sure we can even out all of our buys. I would guess that Global, oh, they are going to take it. Okay. Well, he could also just buy another extra rifle.
Harshit bhai baat sahi hai.
Most likely what you'll see is Texture open up the round with the operator in the coming round, the last round of the half, and then he'll toss it over to Batsy or somebody else. As he
nice
goes
eco
in
bit.
with a rifle. He can also just trade if that's the plan here.
Eco tha?
And a Thrifty in round 11 from the side of Global, and it should boost them through into this final round of the half. This point halves he's on attack is, you know, it's decent as Texture. He opened this entire thing up, but Foxy, very importantly, made it a little bit even towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, Foxy was saying
nice.
he had any business doing so. So a good Thrifty coming out from Global Esports, and
भाई ये कॉम्स देख के ना मुझे बहुत दुख होता है यार जब मैं अपने कॉम्पिटिटिव के कॉम्स देखता हूँ भाई मौन व्रत रख के बैठे होते सारे वो देख भाई लेने ही नहीं दिया उन्होंने ये
कल मैंने बोला मुंबई लगा दो सिंगापुर में कोई कुछ नहीं बोल रहा था 3 गेम बैक टू बैक फालतू हारे हम आज में खुद मुंबई खेल रहे थे
नहीं मैच लास्ट में एक मैच खेला मुंबई बस
Blade Storm available for when he eventually might want to get the flank. Now, Global Esports, they purposely give up a lobby. They know that DRX
तेरी वजह से लो हीरो प्लेयर्स आए मेरी टीम में
on that area.
रहने दो भाई
Yeah, they're going to continue to check how far they
वरना मेरे को सिर्फ इमॉर्टल्स वगैरह
मैंने 20 के लिया था फिर भी हम हारे तानी तुम लोग बार-बार कैसे मर रहे थे मरा
He doesn't get hit, he's gonna get two headshots in a row. Unbelievable Foxy9. The timing and the wherewithal to make that happen. And then to click on the heads, unbelievable stuff as now Global 3v5 have to push in this last round of the half.
And let's just say that moment is exactly the value that Foxy9 brings to the squad. Being able to make that decision of I can try to get
timing ho gaya re baba
just to catch them off guard, the types of risky plays that DRX usually does not make.
Yeah, now they're trying to force this onto the already a lot of damage taken by Ronsky, just by a turret and etc. As Texture gonna pick up one.
Hello.
And it's pretty obvious where he is. DRX going to pick up 7 on defense on Haven.
What a decision coming out from Foxy9. And I gotta imagine that was all his own decision making because
अबे तू दिल्ली में है ना?
Kind of left. They just planted him there. He realizes that you know the
पूजा ने बोला क्यों नहीं फिर?
RB breaks it for him.
वो कल बुला ले वहाँ पे लैन पे देखने के लिए तेरे को
गुड़गांव में दिल्ली में नहीं होंगे
हाँ तो छतरपुर बाजू में तो है
मैच देख रहे हो
और क्या भाई as an attacker sided map
पर रॉसी क्यों नहीं खेले
रॉसी का मूड नहीं कर रहा है DRX noob टीम थी DRX थोड़ी noob टीम थी फनाटिक होती तो रॉसी खेलता क्या बोलते बस
They still have the question of, okay, yeah, but you still have gone up against the likes of Texture or Meteor, the other Korean Jets that we know that have played on other teams even abroad and proven themselves. So how good are you really, right? We're not going to hype you up just yet. He comes in and says, well, I can go toe-to-toe, if not ahead of the likes of Texture.
Well, so far he has proven that, I think, in this first round. It's still early times in the entire series, but a great start here for DRX and the rest of the squad. As you mentioned, though, playing pretty default still outside of Foxy9, and that's kind of what we did expect. A little bit of a wild card as love from Brazil.
Wow!
Made it all the way here.
I mean, after DRX's performance over in Sao Paulo, no surprise that we've got fans visiting from Brazil. Great to have them here in the studio cheering for DRX. And listen, this is why DRX has so many fans in Korea as well, because they've really been spearheading the Korean people, right? And letting it be known to the world that Korea's here to and now they help represent VCT Pacific. And now all these other teams have to constantly play against DRX every week and try to get a good power check of what they can do to try to overtake this team eventually, who most people expect to still be #1 here this season.
Yeah, and so far, you know, it only has been a couple of weeks. We have many more to go, but it is looking that way from what we can tell from the play over the last couple of weeks. Here we go. We have swap side DRX now on attack.
लैन इवेंट नॉट विन वाला
From the minimap, looks like they are setting up for a bit of a play on to
अबे
C.
नॉट विन
Yeah,
का
with the frenzies as well. They're just going to go hard and fast here. And no surprise, right? You know that Global also is going to have to play stacks. I mean, with the composition they have,
Not
their
win,
retakes
South
are not
East
gonna be
Asia.
as
क्या है
strong as
हमारे
the full
challenges का नाम?
5v5. So especially in a round like the pistol.
गाइस हमारे challenges का
DRX
नाम क्या है
just
भूल गया
hoping
मैं
that Global Esports doesn't win the gamble. They will still send the recon bolt, and it should be a safe entry.
Yeah, I mean, they are in here.
क्या challenger? तो अपन देख रहे हैं?
Safely
नहीं,
and
वो
free.
VLT वाला।
Global will have to go for the retake here on this pistol round.
Yeah, now Global, I mean, they
इतनी
were
आसानी से
prepared
जी
for
को
this 'cause
कभी
they
साइट मिली
have
नहीं
Aaron overextending on C. What's
Already
the
pushing into garage. His Buzz gets one, but there is a guy in the window that they did not clear out. As Aaron and Monyet push on through. As now with utility out, he's being sprayed down. Foxy, though, is able to trade one back. Headshot from Texture. And this retake is happening. Global Esports
पिस्टल राउंड तो अपना ही
only
होना है तो पता
RB
ही है
left to take down.
was an
Now they are
under
very low, but the shock dart doesn't do the job just yet.
Whoa, that's
Oh,
that
no.
peak. And now Aaron, okay, Aaron's gonna pick it
बचा
up.
लिया
He's
एरन
really
भाई ने
stuck.
बचा लिया
हाँ
Yeah, that was
Close
good.
one.
Yeah, that was getting a little close because
एरन भाई FTW एरन भाई
But I like it from Global. They understand that DRX also, if they get the site for free, they're going to have to push out to either C-Link or Garage. Both teams trying to fight for that space, but Global is there just in time to use their utility to fight back and push through from double angles. Oh, listen to that energy coming out from GE.
एनर्जी चाहिए
Feeling of taking a pistol round with a full retake 5v5 against DRX.
और फॉक्सी को देख भाई हटा
That's
रखे
really what they needed, you know. if you
Nicholas,
go
मैंने
down
क्या सुना you are
5v5,
supporting
you
DRX?
give a couple of
ओ
rounds
भाई
over the side of
पागल हो गया
DRX on defense.
हाँ व्हाट्सएप तो करा
You're
तूने
not really going to be in a
हाँ भाई
spot here. As Marshall out for Texture, Foxy 9 will be the unfortunate.
तूने बोला मेरे को अंदर से मन कर रहा है DRX सपोर्ट करने का पर जी करना पड़ता है ऐसा बोला गया देख
जबरदस्ती करना पड़ रहा है ना
हाँ जबरदस्ती करना पड़ रहा है
Just because I'm Indian. ये कौन सी मॉल ये कहाँ लाइनअप डाली इसने किलजॉय की हैं वो बाउंस कर रहा था क्या डोर पे
Try to stick the kill. I like that decision from Batsy. Says, you know what, it's a spec.
And Eclairs, guys.
Eclairs कब सीख रहे हो किलजॉय?
Ronski's help.
They can play it safely. Trailblazer on.
पर निकलर भाई मैंने कभी बोला भी नहीं गलती से ठीक है
गलती से भाई गलती अच्छा जानबूझ के बोला था ये अच्छा
Now Bonsi on the site is going to try to spray them down as they rush through the smoke. As yeah, the blind is too good, and Buzz is not going to get it done. Mako as well does get cleaned up. And 2 rounds now for Global Esports after the half.
ऐसा फाटू बोल रहा है यार मेरे को मत बोलो मेरे पास तो नंबर भी नहीं है तुम्हारा
तो शोमू है
और नहीं यार रोबो स्ट्रीम से पहले जब हम डिस्कॉर्ड पे आते थे तीनों तो बोला नहीं था उसने
अच्छा
वाह भाई अभी आई हूँ तो स्ट्रीम के बाद मैं आई हूँ डिस्कॉर्ड पे
रहने दे एक्लेस यार इतना झूठ नहीं बोलते यार
झूठ बोलते तो अपने फैक्ट्स तो सही करने की कोशिश करो
बताओ भाई
3 साल होने के बाद डिस्कॉर्ड आई
अगर झूठ बोल रहा हूँ तो फैक्ट्स सही क्यों करूँ मैं झूठ नहीं बोल रहा ना ये देखो भाई
पास आज एनर्जी नहीं तुमसे डील करने की
Going to take it slow to start. Setting up pretty similarly to what we saw Global do.
चलो एक और राउंड खत्म हो गए अब देखते क्या होता है
As we are not going to be looking to go see long as now here comes Global out of lobby.
चल रहा है
RB is here and that push will be sort of stifled, but there are 4 members who are going to take this push from Global.
Global Esports, they're getting very greedy with this. You've already been spotted.
Oh, shot to the smoke. Ronski going to get one. RB is trying to take down Monyet. Finally does. A little bit late to help his teammate there as Buzz does poke out as well. And they have stifled the push for now, but already
बहुत अच्छा बोनस कर रहा है अभी तक 2 डाउन तो कर दिए 2 और डाउन हो जाए तो बढ़िया मजा आएगा
going to get his ultimate, right? I mean, unless he unfortunately
ये माको की
I mean,
3
it's
किल है
almost better
बस
for him right now to die to a member of
तो
DRX.
बाजीगर की भी तो 2 ही किल है
They've already taken away 2 weapons. Buzz is weak
बाजीगर
as
मैं
well.
बाजीगर
तो
Take out
फॉक्सी
one
का भाई
more
कितना
person here.
अभी कैरी
Ideally
कर
on
रहा
Ronski. And then they, even if they lose a round, it's actually a very, very good position for Global to be in for the defending half.
Yeah. As
वाह भैया जी गन पड़े गन उठाओ
Ronski pushing his way through very slowly, but they are all out on long. Batsy is going to be the one that has to check for this. Some shots thrown out, and Batsy
He's got a phantom.
blind comes out. He gets one, and then as there's another blind, and
Way!
the blind, but Ronski 1v1
मारना था यार, अपना राउंड था।
कोई नहीं, अभी बोनस राउंड है इनका।
बहुत अच्छा बोनस निकाला रे उन्होंने, 4 मारे, 4 गन।
मैंने बोला था ना 2 और गन गिरा देगा तो बहुत अच्छा बोनस राउंड है। बोला था मैंने।
तूने एक बोला था बट
अब 2 बोला था भाई, झूठ मत बोल। 2 बोला था गाइस।
Don't mind that, right? You take away 4 weapons. You put your seekers online. You're only 2 points away from that null command.
रात का हैंगओवर अभी तक।
You now
Excuse
have
me.
a round where you're buying that operator. You are
Cute
now in a
bonus.
position where you have the full set of utility that you've always wanted on the defensive map.
अबे बाजी
This
check
allows
पे आ
him
गया।
to not have to stack
माको
A
भाई।
site as the operator
अच्छा 3
and
पे।
hold on to that site for just a bit longer on his own.
And that's what Texter's going to be looking for here. See if he can do what Foxy did in the last round. He is going to miss that first shot. As here comes DRX.
इतना आसान शॉट नहीं मिस करने यार। टेक्सचर भाई।
Now this is a big difference
Nicholas,
between
Sova
DRX
कब
and
खेल रही हो?
Global, right? They're
Sova,
not scared just to
KJ.
chase down this operator. They actually keep fishing for information
पड़ता।
mid, and they're going to slow
Texture.
creep forward.
Oh, I think he knows though. As
Yeah,
the
they know
shots
it's a
through,
cross.
and there it is. Ronsky
Nice!
right there to help him out, and this is totally cleared up as Stacks alone on the site. He's flashed. He's
Defense
being
में attack खेल रही
surrounded
है।
right now.
Oh, the red out of
ओह लाइफ करने वाला
क्या
था।
सेक्सी राउंड निकाला है वाला।
Guys on the side of Global as they tie
भाई,
down.
नहीं ये मत करो।
This is a very even map so far.
उल्टा चल
Global
रहा है क्या?
absolutely could take it from here, and that would be a wonderful
जी
start.
फुल एग्रो खेल रही
Yeah,
है।
they can, and here's the
हाँ।
other thing. that
खेलना
I
चाहिए,
actually
confidence
start
आ रहा
to
है
get
उनको, वरना बहुत
concerned
shaky
about.
थी
Oh, he
बीच में वो
actually
लोग।
saw the end of that shadow step as well, so yeah, they knew
Second
it
map
was
कौन सी
a
है?
crossfire. But going back to my
मैं
point,
मैपेक से देखी
it's
रुको,
the fact that
दिखाएगा ऊपर।
Foxy is great individually. How much practice?
अरे देखना।
अबे वो नाइफ होने वाला था, इसलिए हंस रहा है।
Right, with
Test
Arkham
split, test
Silva, his
split.
Silva's
हाँ,
fine,
इस
but
split में
it's not the
जी लास्ट
original
में बहुत
starting
बेकार
five
खेली
to
थी।
get these amazing site execs to get back
Nice.
in and plant.
And
Oh
Texture
no!
is just shooting fish in a barrel. There were 4 of them out there on long. He's going to pick up 2. And he's still
चलो
holding
guys,
on
ये
to that
जाएंगे।
operator. Yes,
ये
here
पे
we
मर
go
गए
down, but yeah, they're holding on to this one pretty nicely. Botsy right here to stop any pokes through onto B.
Yeah, they saw Buzz in mid, so they're just hanging back, right? No reason to take any risks now.
बाजीगर
The
मैं
reason they're
बाजीगर।
a little bit close to B site is ideally Global Esports also doesn't use any ultimates to save this round, right? And DRX now that
Oh,
ये इको फ्रैगर
well, I was
है,
about to
इको
say
फ्रैगर।
ideally
बाजी भाई को
they
फ्रैगर
have
यार,
some of
3
these
किल पे थे
ultimates,
यार
but
अभी
they're all
तक।
just gonna get taken out. I think at the
हैं?
start of the round the
हाँ,
idea was
6
hey,
किल
if
7
we're
8 किल पे आ
at
गया।
least get a free ult orb and get what we can, but a timeout coming up from
ओ,
DRX.
10 किल पे आ गया।
I'm not
माको भाई
19
3 किल।
Foxy।
माको भाई 3 किल में अभी। माको भाई अच्छा खेल रहे हो।
DRX वाला एक कितना देख रहा है?
कितना?
वेट कर करके फाटू से खेल रहा है।
Excuse
19
me.
kills पे।
And the other thing is we know historically Tourney will not call timeouts unless he feels is absolutely necessary. We've seen many games against teams that DRX deems weaker where they might get caught up.
ओ भाई DRX से टाइम आउट किया, देख रहे हो? फट गई। जी फाइटिंग, फट गई, फट गई।
फट गई।
Yeah, why so silent DRX? Why so silent? फट गई, फट गई।
The way they're playing around that op is starting to change. In the beginning rounds we saw
छोटी
Stacks
stadium
make
ए
calls
देखो यार, इंट्रोवर्ट के 13+1।
try to see what we can do to break that open, but the operator, you gotta start guessing where it is, and you gotta go back to original DRX style. Just send that recon bolt early, right?
फट गई,
Figure
फट
out
गई।
where is the operator, and then start to make.
स्क्रिप्टेड गाली दो गाइस,
Yeah, feels like
स्क्रिप्टेड
they
बोल
have
रहे
been rushing just a little bit. Maybe that's what Termi is going to get into the comms and say
दूसरा
and talk
फाटू।
about here.
यार मैं
Because
गुड़ का
as you
चीला
mentioned, I think,
खाया
you
कभी?
know, DRX,
क्या होता
they
है?
should be confident in their
नहीं।
आटे का
abilities.
बना
They
है।
are the favorites to take this
चीला खाया,
and
चीला।
this entire series, so
शादियों में ही नहीं गई है, देखो यार कैसी सी है।
हाँ, मैं कहाँ गई
what the
भाई।
strategy is going to
अभी
be.
अबे इसकी शादी होगी ना अभी फाटू।
ये फाटू की नहीं हो रही, इससे पहले मेरी हो जाएगी।
Necessary timeout as guys on the analyst desk, they were saying, okay, Mako used the
ऐसे।
भाई किधर हो पता है कितनी बड़ी एथलीट्स?
currently not really showing up.
कितने
हाँ,
अबे
बहुत
साले,
बढ़िया।
उससे 4 साल छोटी हूँ मैं।
देखिए बकवास कर रही है। गांधी जी से 2 साल छोटी होगी।
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen him with a score like that. Now, operator does go on to the C side, and Global Esports, they're leaving B open for retakes, right? And the reason they're doing
alarm
this
board
is they
भी
have
flash होता है।
ultimates as well, so let DRX use their ultimates for free to get into the site. DRX correctly saving theirs to
रीटेक
fight
अल्टी है क्या?
against the retake as
एक
well.
kill
Both
पे
teams
है।
are very aware of the ult economy right now.
सामने वाले की।
And that is going to be the plants. Setting up out here in the courtyard as the Seekers are Trailblazer as well. Foxy9 a little bit of trouble. Smoke is pretty strong.
इसे मारू
ओए
Manya from Garage.
अरे मोनिये
One and the defuse is coming in the smoke, but a nice shot from Buzz.
Half is done.
Texture, he has to take him down.
टाइम नहीं है उसके पास.
Shorty here. Lots of time bought by Buzz.
हाफ कर रखा है नहीं यार
As Buzz will be able to just
हाफ कर रखा है
this round for his team.
बोलो
Wow,
नहीं चाहिए
that was very close. And
हाँ ठीक है ले लो
props to Global.
भाई
The way
सोवा
they
ने सही
pushed
खेला
out
यार
from
वहाँ पे.
B site,
ओ
the way they
यार
chained their flashes and then push out from two sides.
ये
of the
हेडशॉट
smoke
देखियो सोवा का.
was very good.
बाजीगर
Against time to push out the garage was
बाजीगर
very good, but RB actually holds strong. If he doesn't get that double, he doesn't have time to pull his Hunter's Fury, and then Batsy might have even stuck the whole defuse.
You can see, some nices being thrown around, but still all
Paneer
side
patty.
relief from Stacks as it was very close, back and forth rounds, and Global are going toe-to-toe with one
खाएगा
of the best
मगाली
teams
मम्मी
here
से.
in the entire league, so very fun stuff so far. So what is going to be the choice
कुछ ना
of
कुछ
DRX
देती रहती है यार
this
मम्मी का
time as
कभी ये कहा कभी वो कहा
looks like we saw
पैटी दे दी भाई
Buzz
मुझे अब.
on defense is setting up in the exact same place.
Yeah, just
ठीक
gonna
है
do
भाई उसने ये
a
normal
heavier C stack. And I think Global Esports almost gambling that DRX will want to go C because they've had the operator on A site so many times. Right now, they
साला
don't
मत दिखा
have
ठीक है भाई
crucial ultimates for easy retake on A. So I am curious if DRX gets the plant without a Sova
spot
or
कर
a
लिया
Fade,
बाजी ने
what
देख
does
लिया
Global take
बाजी भाई
on?
भाग के
Yes,
पीछे
they
आओ
have a bunch of flashes
पीछे आओ
to try to
रीटेक
get
खेलेंगे
an A.
रीटेक खेलेंगे.
हाँ
You
रीटेक
know, emptying
करेंगे
the site against the Rolling Thunder, that's fine, but there's still so much more for
Ultimate
DRX.
कोई
You
नहीं
still
आया
got
ना
the
breach
lockdown.
नहीं
Yeah, and if
हमारे पास
DRX
किसकी अल्ट है केजे की अल्ट नहीं है
be safe.
और काय का रीटेक एक अल्ट नहीं है वो उसकी ओमन की अल्ट में क्या होगा
Moving on the map towards your favor as Spike is planted. Ronsky
You should run.
भाई वो
come
ब्रिज
on
को
in.
देख
There
रेडी
it
है
is.
अंडर
There's the
हेवन.
lockdown. Not going to be messing around with this one.
Yeah, there's no easy way to take that out. The reason he waits is to really maximize the time. 'Cause
भाई
both
सेव है
teams,
ये राउंड सेव है.
they're not looking great on their economy, right? Global has money, but not money to keep
हाँ
buying
सेव कर रहे हैं
operators.
They're running
5v5
away.
कुछ
They
कर
wanna
नहीं
save
सकते
it.
ना.
Yeah.
उसने अल्ट भी
Wow,
कर दी
I mean,
केजे ने.
DRX, the delayed lockdown leads to the save. So Global says, you know what? Let's prioritize keeping the operator. We took out 2 huge ultimates from the other side.
Yeah.
I actually give a big round of applause to Aaron for this call because it's a
Wait,
tough one to
Oman
make it a
opt कर
5v5.
Yeah, it's so close, right? Every single round matters now. So if you give a one away essentially for free, as you mentioned, it's not actually for free, just because
तो टेक्सचर ही रहा था अभी ले ली होगी उसने ऐसी.
ultimate economy and stuff like
क्या?
that, especially towards the end of the map.
हाँ
it can be
रीटेक
rough,
कर रहे थे
but
ना
I
तो
think
उसने
it's the right call. You hold
टेक्सचर
on
ने
to
ऑफ
it,
दे
उसको
दी
दिया होगा.
maybe you'll get a better
फॉक्सी क्या
chance
मार रहा
next.
है
They
माको
call
का तो
timeout as well.
दो लोग तो
So
नीचे
they
हो रहा है.
say, okay, we're really slowing
फॉक्सी ही
things.
मारे
We
जा रहा
have
है
the
बस.
time at the end of the round to talk. We have this
ऐसे ही
time
तो
out
होता है
to
मैं
talk.
जैसे ऊपर
Let's,
होता हूँ तुम झूठ
अबे
रहे
तुम
होते
रहन दो भाई. तुम तो
वेट कर
तो
दो तुम.
प्लीज
Yeah,
मुंह
I
मत
like that you
खोलो
mentioned
अपना
that,
फाटू
you know,
शर्म
by
कर लो
saving, they have
प्लीज.
a couple more seconds as well
बाजीगर
to
मैं
discuss content of the
बाजीगर
round. You know you're gonna have full buys with the operator as well. That man right there is a senior in high school, but he skips school. Come watch DRX play. It is a Monday here in Seoul, South Korea, so skip to the afternoon.
रॉक्सी
class,
का है
it seems.
रॉक्सी फनाटिक के
But going
साथ
back to what
छुपन छुपा
Global
खेल रहा है
is looking to do here, I mean, you first of all,
अरे
I
मैं
think
अभी
you take a
ऑफिस
look
से
at the
स्ट्रीम कर
scoreboard
रहा
and
हूँ.
you realize, okay, because of Foxy9, DRX is
Huh?
playing a very Foxy9 centric style, especially now that they're on the attacking side. You
रेड
gotta
कारपेट
imagine
स्ट्रीमर बोलना
that
बंद
it's
करोगे
all gonna be set
देख
up.
लिया
It's
मैंने
different than when Buzz used to play. Buzz is actually more of a space creating.
वो देखो अपने
jet
बॉयफ्रेंड को
and
मिस
duelist.
करी है. हाँ
Foxy9 is
हाँ.
more of
मैं
a
भी
fragging duelist. So,
ऑफिस में हूँ.
curious to see Global Esports.
अब मैं
First of all, the operator.
मेरे पैटी में कुछ
You
ज्यादा
just planted
पैटी है
solo on one side, push out the other, because by leaving A side open, you're realizing, okay, DRX are gonna keep taking
अभी
their
कहाँ
time, and
जाएंगे बता.
eventually they'll
मेरे को लग रहा है बी हिट होगा.
leave it for open. Okay,
हाँ.
so they're gonna push out
सी में थोड़ा प्रेशर
from
डालेंगे फिर
both
बी पे.
sides.
हाँ
Maybe.
फेक करके ही जाएंगे
Texture
देखते
is
रहे
going to be looking to get this first pick off right on C-Long. Through the smoke he goes. Some spray, little jiggle.
They're pretending that it's not texture.
Oh, but he misses the shot. Nice jiggle, nice check there from the side.
भाई
of
लो
Mako.
कर रहा है माको को दे
Amount of
3
damage.
HP
He's got 6 health.
Yeah, and Buzz has been chunked
उसे पड़ी
down
क्या?
as well.
हाँ.
The most important thing here is Global has full control of A main. They know it has to be B or C.
Yeah, And let's see, I mean, Foxy9, he gets up onto the boxes here. There's a lot of spray through the smoke, but Foxy9 nearly takes on Monyet.
Okay, it really comes down to Buzz. Can Buzz and RB stay alive far back once again? And Botsy's fishing for this. And I think Botsy's goal here is just to draw enough attention until the rest of his team is ready to strike. And that's when he can go in the middle of the chaos.
Yeah, and they got to wrap around here. I'd be very curious to see what's happening in Garage with the op. Texture peeks out of Garage, gets a kill, but immediately gets taken out. Bondiat is there with him, but he's super low as, okay, from behind they get the couple of kills, but running out of time now as one kill from Arim. It's a one-on-one. Fuse is coming in. He's not going to stick it. The shot. Oh, 6 health from Mako. He
Nice!
to kill Arim.
But this,
हो जाएगा हो जाएगा
I think he might be like
हाँ हो गया
नहीं
Oh shit!
Close, Arim. He did so much work.
इसे कहते हैं हाथ आया पर मुंह न लगा
And force the
Huh?
fight right so he can't.
हाथ आया पर मुंह में लगा?
Aaron's got to be kicking himself for
क्या
not
बोल रहे हो
getting
यार?
the
लेना
kill
बंद कर
early.
पहले
And I
खाना
wonder,
खा रहा हूँ।
मुंह ना लगा
if there wasn't a call for Mako's health, right? Because otherwise you could have just sprayed the boxes he was peeking instead of trying to go for the headshot. Missing that one. Stacks just praying here. Wow, I mean, listen, Global, again, they play the idea correctly, but it's just 0.2, 0.3 seconds late.
It's rough. They're getting really close on so many of these rounds, and already with 9 rounds, you can say it's a quote-unquote victory, but that's not what they're looking for.
टेक्सचर एक पिक चाहिए यार मैं नहीं जानता और आगे जा
They
टेक्सचर
essentially have to do it here. They pick up another operator for texture, and
अरे
they're
फाटू
gonna give it one last go at things. Essentially,
मैंने सुना एक्लेयर्स स्टारबक्स भेज रही है जो भी स्ट्रीम कर रहा है अभी सबको स्टारबक्स की कुछ कॉफी भेज रही है जो भी जो
तुम कहाँ से सुनते हो उल्टा पुल्टा अपने कान साफ करा कभी कुछ सुनते कभी कुछ सुनते हो कहीं के
एक्लेयर्स मैंने सुना अगर
मत सुनो तुम
Does give them a little bit more time, but Global Esports, they stacked C-Site. A was always going empty.
They have so much stuff on here
कल
from the
कल
Killjoy as well.
कहाँ जाएगा कहाँ जाएगा
कहाँ जाएगा यहाँ जाओ वहाँ जाओ ओ
पर जहाँ पे भी
उसने मार दिया
Actually shut down the lockdown. Yeah, texture on the backside here. He's looking.
Oi!
Line up that second one.
नहीं लगी रे
As the spike
ये चला गया वो
not been planted. We do see Mako gonna pick it up and go over to the A side. Stacks elsewhere on C is getting kills.
This is just ring around the rosy for all members because they were all so split.
And Mako moves into B actually.
Yeah,
feeling the pressure.
But they do know he left A because Texture was trying to keep sights of him. He heard the audio as well.
ये अपना राउंड है
Right here, easy
Nice.
for him. Third
कुछ HP
kill.
They don't know where Buzz is. Now Buzz is very low.
6 health again.
Yeah, what is it with DRX?
Texture 2, 6 health and down.
Nice,
goes Buzz.
nice, Dronsky.
Well, this is much easier. A lot more time to take this.
फाटू काश अगर तू जेट ऐसा थोड़ा मार लेता ना
Let's keep in mind, DRX not at match point just yet. They cannot relax because they still want to make sure that they get to match point first. If they lose this next round and it goes 11-11, things could go either way because DRX's economy should start drawing.
भाई को पैसे नहीं मिले होंगे
They just had a lot of good reads, like Ronsky just being here right on time.
भाई माँ को 5 किलो है
He's in position as the coach. Is just the racer. He's feeling.
पर रॉसी भाई क्यों नहीं खेले?
वही मैं भी सोच रही हूँ मुझे लगा था रॉसी खेलेंगे
रॉसी को वो है
वो पहुंच तो गया ना वहाँ
But he's coming in, really proving his
कोरिया में है
value
तो सही ना
on
अभी
this deep roster.
सारे जानो
ओए फोर्स भाई करा
They have proven it. Each
ओए
and
स्मोक
every
से
one
निकल
of
के
them
जा रहे
individually.
हैं
Yes, here comes DRX, very fast. Foxy up top, as they are going to get this pretty easy plant down, and Global will play for the retake.
Yeah, Global understanding that this is going to be most likely Eco here coming in from DRX. So they actually sent 3 members to go back and make sure that there's no post-plant lineups being prepared.
ओ भाई
अरे यार नाइस नाइस बैट किया
इतना दूर से स्टिंगर मारो
भाई उनको कहा टीममेट वो उनके उसको देखा क्या
बोल रहे फाटू ओटी जाएगा क्या
बस को देखा क्या टीममेट जाके मारा
Meanwhile, on the other side, DRX they save for this next round. They save up because they can play the next round and then try to get another buy as well. And wow, forcing both timeouts at a Termi? Not a lot of teams can do that.
Oh man, that is a good sign.
गोटे मुंह में आ गए, टाइम आउट पे टाइम आउट.
Second one forced out from the side of DRX, and yeah, I mean, even when DRX are winning rounds, like to get the spike blow up and deny the defuse just barely was Mako on 6 health. Like,
yes,
it feels
बस
like
नहीं
they're
Mako
just
था
barely
वो.
scraping
Okay.
by.
अरे क्या लिखा है टेक्सचर?
Really off the back of Mako, and while we
अरे
pointed
शक्ल
out,
क्यों छुपा रहे हो यार?
सारंगे.
ये देखो
you
यार.
know, not as high
Cutie
as
सारंगे
introvert.
लिखा है, सारंगे मतलब I love you.
those couple rounds.
सारंगे?
Once again, why we continue to call
वाह
him
भाई,
just
उसका
the most
boyfriend बैठा था
reliable,
साथ में.
consistent
तुमको किसने
player
कहा
of
ये?
DRX.
Eclairs? Did anybody
now,
say I love you to you?
Incredibly tense scenario for both of these teams, as you mentioned. Somebody is going to have
Korea
to
में
take
क्यों बोला
this
उसने?
round, and whoever does is most
Korean में
likely
या उसको बोली.
going to get the 13 to
Oh,
11 runs.
international जा रही है तो.
We'll see.
अरे भाई वो
It all
उसके
comes
लिखा
down
था.
to the play.
Oh,
DRX, I still feel like they
Pretty.
should be in a relatively comfortable spot. You know, you go in the last
मुझे लगा
rounds,
कोई
they're here, they
proposal आ
got
रहा
their
है
guns,
तुम्हें
they're ready
शादी
to
के लिए वहाँ
go
से.
with a timeout, they can recollect
तुम लोग
themselves.
बुड्ढे तुम लोग
and
अपना देखो,
they're
मेरा
on the
टेंशन मत
attack
लो.
here on Haven. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, now Global has no command and
हेलो बुड्ढा
Seekers,
कहाँ हूँ मैं?
and
मैं और फाटो
if
अभी
you're
भी
Global,
जवान है.
you've
हेलो.
gotta dump these ultimates to try to get to
मैं और
match
फाटो
point
अभी भी
first.
खड़े हो ना,
At
25 साल से भी
minimum
यंग दिखेंगे, ठीक है?
of overtime. It's going to be a very deep
क्या बोलते
position,
हैं
right?
फाटो?
Plant the operator in sewers, and then Batsy most likely will leave.
मैं clean
Didn't
save
get
करूँ ना,
contacts.
पक्का
Now,
25 के
if
अंदर
you get
देखूंगा.
contacts,
क्या
then
चल रहा है?
stick around and actually call for Ronski's help as well.
हाँ, Valorant चल रहा है.
Sure.
रोबो पूरे
Waiting.
मूड में है.
DRX are slow.
इनके
Yeah,
जोक्स
and
पढ़ने के.
Monyet actually pushes out into Cubby and C main as well. So the goal for Global
Foxy को मार
Esports
दिया.
is just hang tight.
ओ नहीं.
Yeah, I mean they just have to stay.
Sorry यार, उस दिन थोड़ा काम में निकल गया.
Information
विशाल भाई.
when that C strike is coming if DRX rotates.
Yeah.
अब मेरे को लग ही रहा था, गोल्डी भाई ने बोला था हो जाएगा, उसकी टेंशन नहीं है. पर लव यू यार विशाल भाई यार.
छोड़ दिया उन्होंने.
Yes.
Side.
Use that
हाँ?
cadence and just
अगर ये
लाइफ
राउंड
में
निकाल
पहली
लेना,
बार चैलेंज
बहुत
जीता
मजा
था
आता.
यार. हाँ?
इस उनका फिर
Seekers,
इको
yes,
होगा.
yeah, I like that they
समझ
used
रहे
the
हो?
1 minute
वरना
mark.
हमेशा
Seekers
नाचना
don't
पड़ता
confirm
है.
it, but
Actually,
he
इको
didn't
इनका.
actually
हाँ,
confirm if DRX is
पैसे
left. Meanwhile, C-side, we see
ओ
the cross
यार,
right.
ये नहीं
Here's
चाहिए
the
यार.
play. Monyet's gonna win that little
Money
skirmish
निकालो,
as the
money
push
निकालो.
from DRX's force. Foxy9 with the entry. He's on the box. He gets a double headshot. As
ये
now,
क्या
it's really
है?
up to him as Botsy behind the boxes, but Foxy gets a third, he gets a fourth, as this guy has
भाई,
stepped
ये
up
क्या
to
है
the plate
भाई?
when he needed it most.
Will he get another ace here in week 2? He wraps up the. Oh no, Stacks is gonna steal it away. But
No,
I mean,
bro.
what an explosive entry
Top
on
shot था
site.
यार.
Wow.
Yeah.
Foxy going
that
for
was
ace,
insane.
मत
Give
करो.
this guy the MVP already.
Absolutely. I mean, just off of that play, when they need
गाइस विशाल भाई ओपी हो जाए एक बारी चैट पे.
He understands that the op has already left, so he follows through as soon as he hears that shot, knowing that he has the
अकेले
time.
पूरा राउंड निकाल दिया.
फाटो देखा कैसे खेलते हैं.
So clean and crisp, like
ओ
every
भाई उसने भी तो हगा
every
टेक्सचर
beat he
ने.
goes for, just lines it
दो
up,
शॉट
and now
मिस
he's
किए, वो
on
अलग बात है.
27.
वैसा तू
Oh
खेलता है,
my.
वही कह रहा हूँ.
There have
bit.
been a lot of rounds, but nobody else is close. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
He is single-handedly
dash use कर लिया
leading
अभी शुरू
DRX
में.
to this victory. Now,
हाँ,
yes, they're
तो?
playing around him as well, but if he is able to finish
Usually
map
साइड
1 on
में
a
घुसते टाइम करते हैं ना, तो
30
ए नहीं जाएंगे
frags,
अभी डैश नहीं है ना
that's going
इसके
to be
पास.
a good thing for his record, right? A lot of people, again, continue to wonder what
Oh,
exactly
T,
is
oh, T,
your
oh,
power
T,
level, Foxy. We
Yeah.
hear that you're fast, but how strong are
चला
you?
गया तो.
Nice,
Well,
nice
this side,
texture.
Nice.
Texture, they push out
Nice.
of
Flank
C
कर गया
long, they get the
उनका.
kill on a
पहले
buzz.
पहले केजी मारता
It's
तो
gonna
भी
be a
निकाल
good
ले.
start here for Global.
नहीं अभी बस जेट को मारना है. जेट को मार दिया तो
Texture, he's got the
उनका
Blade Storm as here comes Foxy. Actually,
Great
he's the
smoke.
one. As he's up in the sky. Stacks, though, going to take that kill as Foxy9, they spot Botsy as they
क्या?
are on the site and should be able to
एरिन
get
को भी
this
कैसे मारा?
Aaron not being able to clean up Foxy9 while he was in the air hurts so much. He actually doesn't land any of the
स्टन किया ना
shots.
उसको. स्टन करके मारा.
And now a 3v4. Stacks has Rolling Thunder as well.
Oh, nice beat from Botsy. Out of the window, they don't hold that. Texture and Manya pushing in, but Foxy...
अरे हगान!
And he holds down
Texture!
the series will win it 13-11. 2 massive rounds.
सी भाई क्या
Direct
मारा है.
DRX.
30 frags bro.
Wow, Foxy9 once again proving why he was such a rising star, why DRX wanted to pick him up. He does finish indeed with 30 kills on map number 1 on Haven. listen, when we saw the 11-11 tie come back up, I started to wonder, oh boy, if they lose this, Foxy 9, a lot of people are going to say,
13-11 बोला था ना
around him, go back to your
यार हक दिया यार टेक्सचर भाई क्या यार
this can work, and the coach and the teammates, they trusted him to do this.
Yeah, I mean,
इको फ्रैग निकालो टेक्सचर भाई हाँ
he shows up big week 1 and already he's had some good moments, but let us once again shout out Global Esports. They brought this to 24 rounds, right? 13 to 11. They were able to challenge DRX on Haven, and they made it quite interesting. At the end of the day, they just, you know, they ran into a guy that nobody really could stop.
No.
And can you really
वो
play
देख
with
भाई
him? I don't think
कोई
so.
डर नहीं
So DRX, yes, they come away with the win, but maybe feeling a little bit shook after the way that first map went.
Yeah, I think if you're a DRX fan right now, you probably have mixed emotions, right? 'Cause it is nice to see DRX be able to pull some of these riskier moves, kind of have full faith on an explosive entry, but at the same time you're like, okay, well that did feel riskier.
ओ भाई लड़कियों ने मास्क पहना है लड़कों नहीं क्यों
So, a bit of a new look for DRX. Meanwhile,
ऐसा क्या है भाई
Global, the calls they made, Aaron's calls, his mid-rounding and his round-to-round, a memory of DRX's setups, very, very
9-9 वाला राउंड सेव नहीं करना था नहीं वो सेव कॉल अच्छी थी क्योंकि केजे के अल्ट ने बहुत टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया था
वही अंदर जाके मतलब ही नहीं था उसका
नहीं मतलब नहीं था उस राउंड में
Yeah, what a first map to start us off in this
था
series,
ये
but
कर
I hope you
प्रॉब्लम
guys
क्या
join
था
us in a bit. We're
कि
going to go to a
पांचों के
commercial
पांचों
break and
जिंदा
be
थे
right
सामने
back
वाली
with Split
साइड
for
पे
map 2.
तो सबको मारना और फिर डिफ्यूज करना उतना टाइम था ही नहीं
लाइक करो लाइक गाइस लाइक टोको ओए क्या कर रहा मैं ओ भाई ये क्या फ्लैश है और वो पिस्टल राउंड उसने फ्लैश दिया क्या फ्लैश था वो और मुझे पिस्टल राउंड देखना है
भाई फॉक्सी को मारो बस
मुझे पिस्टल राउंड देखना है यार
It's one, but there is a guy the kill with the short.
Pretty good so far, especially
We looked at Global Esports, so already off to a good start for
it's going. They know how to prep for you.
वो ये क्या फ्लैश है
Plans are going to be
एक सेकंड ये क्या ओमन का फ्लैश है
coming out from DRX that it's
हाँ बे ये देखो मैं देख रहा रोबो देख 4 बंदे फ्लैश थे मैं सोच रहा हूँ कैसे फ्लैश है ये ओमन साइड में देख रहे हो गाइस राइट साइड में ओमन इसका फ्लैश है पिस्टल राउंड सबसे पहला राउंड
अच्छा
ये देखो यहाँ से ओमन फ्लैश करेगा
Yes, waiting in position. Out comes Foxy 9, gonna pick up one, but gets taken out by Aaron, and down in sewers, even winning that fight as well.
ओपन माइक के तेरा
Global Esports, so already off to a good
क्या
start.
मेरा
Ooh, now I don't think Global Esports necessarily suspected that to come in, but hold on, we'll see.
ठीक है समझा
कॉल आउट सुन उनका भी ये चल रहा है
क्या वो स्टार्ट हो गया सेकंड मैच
नहीं
अच्छा कॉल आउट
3-1 하고 내가 A 도어 부순 다음에 푸시박에 볼게 A를.
Here, let's take over here.
Maybe we push waterfall this way.
Here.
maybe you push waterfall okay
Push waterfall, yeah.
Let's
traveling. Heavy A. 바로 갈게. 맞게. 바로 돌리는 중. Let's go. They control A. Wait, I can updraw key flash through. I'm gonna updraw through. 바로 돌리는 중. Updraw through. Harbor maybe. 내주고. Waterfall. Here we go. 형 천천히 해봐.
what
독사줄게. 형 빠져도 돼. 천천히 해. 간다 이제. 지뢰. 형 오른쪽 봐했다. 다시 가둬놓을게. 들어갈 준비. 나 퍼퍼 홀드 해줄게. 모네 let me go first. Nice, good job guys, good job. 소니, nice.
कॉल सुने
हाँ
क्रेजी बे ना उनको इतना बोलते रहते बेचारे
बट मेरे को समझ नहीं आया वहां पे स्मोक क्यों नहीं था ओमन जो प्लांट करके मरा हाँ?
कौन सी जो क्लिप में?
ओ भाई रुक जा भाई, भाई इस ऐड से मुझे वो आया था भाई, कॉपीराइट पिछली बार। हटाओ भाई।
यार मैं म्यूट करना भूल जाती, कल मेरे को भी आया कॉपी।
तो इस ऐड से मुझे कॉपीराइट आया था भाई। कहाँ गया?
Versus global esports, and my God, GE was fighting that. That was super exciting and not at all how we expected it to go. And it was really nail-biting moments time and time after again.
But it's exactly what we wanted to see. I was saying we
Open
need
mind.
to see
Yeah?
Global start off strong. They have taken, 8 rounds off their opponents in the past when they get into that first map and whatnot, but this was an insane performance from them on DRX's map pick. Haven has been bread and butter.
So
for the
close
side of
match,
DRX
bro.
since time
Exactly,
immemorial.
bro.
Like, they have always been strong on this map. And for them to come out here and push them the way that they have,
मार्को के
it's a
5 किल थे
fantastic
पर
sign
उसने
of what
6
is to come.
HP वाला
If their
राउंड निकाला,
prep for
उससे
split is
जीते।
as
हाँ
strong as
भाई,
it was for DRX
कभी
here
कभी
on
वो
this
पता
map
है
with
ऐसा
Haven,
होता है
then I'm so damn excited.
कि अगर
because
तुम
they
पूरे मैच, अरे फकिंग चूतिया ना 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 कॉपीराइट देता है मुझे पैंच।
फाटो ऐसे स्टैट्स कब होंगे तुम्हारे?
ओ भाई
30
जानबूझ
kills,
के, भाई जानबूझ
15
के
deaths,
भाई।
Immortal
Done
3
by
lobby.
Texture, just with his operator trying to
Fatu.
challenge Foxy9, but when it comes down to it, Foxy9 still showed us how strong he was.
ओ यार ये
30
ट्विच पे भी
frags,
प्रीमियम लेना
30
पड़ता है ऐड
buffs,
के लिए
and
क्या?
this is peak DRX.
I mean, the kid is.
ट्विच पे
अबे तो
he's
प्रीमियम
incredible.
लेगा उसके बाद
But,
भी
I mean, one of the
दिखता है
biggest
तेरे
things
को
that I
ऐड।
was impressed with while they
क्या सही में ट्विच में?
fully contained Foxy9 was that they did a damn good job of not allowing Bako to find that much value. Oftentimes he was getting picked off first. He's trying to anchor on
Twitch
that C
Premium
site
तो
when
वो
they're
है
on
ना,
the
Twitch
defending
Prime
side.
शायद बोलते हैं
And
उसे।
Twitch
they
Prime,
were finding
हाँ।
picks on him. He ends up like
उसमें
6
भी
and
है।
19 at the end of this
Jack
one.
दिखती
So
है।
a bit of an iffy performance there from the guy who we normally very much rely on.
प्राइम से
for
लॉग इन
DRX to
करो
do
ना,
well.
नहीं है।
But obviously Foxy
No, Twitch
coming out
Prime
there
नहीं
dropping them
दिखता।
many kills. That's a nasty performance from him. But all things considered,
Twitch Prime
this
इंडिया में
was
नहीं है
still
शायद।
a fantastic performance here from GE, and I don't want to take anything away from that.
Absolutely not. You made a really
Use
good point.
Brave. क्या?
This is one of the closest rounds.
हाँ मैं भी
for
सुनी
Brave is
ब्रेव
a
ब्राउजर, ब्रेव ब्राउजर यूज करने पे ऐड नहीं आता।
अरे हाँ, because it has ad blocker
I mean, if
already.
you take a look back,
installed
obviously,
सही में?
5s versus
हाँ।
Zeta in the opening match.
डाउनलोड करूँ क्या?
Not close at all. When they were
Brave.
playing against Loud, the maps that
Browser.
DRX lost and won, they were
कैसा है?
both fairly one-sided. Maybe 9.
Brave एकदम।
9
Brave is a
rounds
free and
losing
open source
on
web
either
browser
side there.
developed
So
by Brave
this is
Software
basically the closest,
and
the closest that they've been pushed.
which automatically
since,
blocks some advertisement.
I mean,
Some.
since champions. We saw Talon take
Not
9
all.
rounds off of them and whatnot, as well as take a map off them. But yeah, they
Not
haven't
the
had this
full
kind of
9
scoreline
yards.
since champs, and
कौन
that was
करे?
when we were seeing them go to like consistent OTs on Ascent and whatnot versus.
मैं
the
तो
likes
उसी
of
से देखता हूँ,
Fury
हाँ
and,
क्या?
of course, FPX like twice in a row.
Brave doesn't work on Twitch,
But
only
yeah,
works on
this was a
YouTube. Oh,
very
ऐसा है क्या?
solid effort.
View
from
block
GE, and I'm just
origin.
hoping that
मतलब?
this carries over, because if they're gonna play like this, I'm absolutely in to see
Twitch
free
Prime
maps
से नहीं
here, because
देखेंगे,
this was just great high level play.
देखेगा
Let's break
राका
down
है
these plays actually.
तो
So
भी नहीं आती एड्स। माँ की आँख। चलने दो गाइस, चलने दो, ऐड चलने दो। इसके नाना ना की बहन की।
Ends up finding that initial kill, and suddenly, in the blink of an eye, it leaves just Stacks on his lonesome. He runs out of bullets, Bazzi pushes the smoke, and he manages to find the kill. So GE were getting a good idea of where they're going to be coming from, not getting surprised by those tuckaways. They managed to just come in.
ब्रेव बहुत अच्छा ब्राउज़र है। ये क्रोम की तरह फास्ट भी है क्या? By Cloud9 use parallel state of Jord gang. मतलब?
And then as they go into the anti-eco, they're not losing weapons. They were really doing an effective job of shutting down DRX and making sure that they weren't
जैसे आप कुछ
able to
बता
find
रहे
value
थे
in
6
those
HP
eco
राउंड
positions.
वाला।
and what I think
मैं वो
made
कह रहा
this
था कि
game so exciting
कभी-कभी
is that
कोई
we had good reads on both
बॉटम
sides.
फ्रैग
And there's
करे
one
सिंगल
particular
डिजिट हुए,
round
लेकिन
that
वो एक
I
ऐसा
wanna
क्रूशियल
highlight
राउंड
that
निकाल
this
के
was
जाते हैं जैसे इसने
pretty
निकाला था 6
spectacular.
HP में।
We got a fake out and it was well read by
उस वजह से मैच
DRX,
जीते।
and it just kept going back and forth.
One of the
Back
main
and
reasons.
forth reads really well played by both sides, because it starts off with that smoke. It encourages DRX to push fast plants into B instead, and they managed to back off, wanting to play off their utility for post plants. They had a Hunter Sphere to work with. But what I really liked was Monyet hiding inside a garage. He created a bit of presence, just enough to pull a couple of players. He found some frags, and then Hunter Sphere comes out. We managed to bring it down back to a 2-on-2, and Buzz, being the kingmaker, still coming up with a big clutch, pulls out the shorty, back to the Phantom. He was able to spray down Texture at the end.
Yeah, Ryan is trying to break line of sight, get himself on the opposite side of that wall and be main.
ये तुम लोग को वॉइस मीटर यूज करना था क्या?
Again,
पाटू?
there's so
क्या?
many rounds like this where
Voice
DRX
meter?
did walk away with
वॉइस मीटर यूज कर रहा हूँ ना मैं.
not what we're used to seeing.
मेरे को तो नहीं
Like
आता.
a regional play. Maybe
क्या
over
करना है बता?
thresholds and whatnot. I mean, hell, we saw how many clutches RP had at lock-in. But they usually don't get pressured like this when they're
और
playing
यूफो को पता है,
against
यूफो को
the
सब कुछ
other
पता है
teams
उसको.
in Asia. And this is again
अच्छा,
just
तो वो उसको
fantastic
बोला मैंने
effort,
Discord
prep
आजा.
work here from the side of GE. I do wish that we saw
बोल
a
दे
second
फिर तू,
timeout
यूफो
call
बोल
from the
दे.
side.
ओए वो देखा, vlog
तो
देखा?
I
usually
thought that
exons को ही पकड़ते
DRX
हैं.
were going to burn their
Exon
second one. We'd see
एक बार यूज कर
DRX
फिर
around
कभी
them,
क्रोम
but
यूज
usually
नहीं
that
करेगा.
timeout
हाँ
try
क्या?
right to the
क्लियर
ship
कभी
Lord.
भी
to the
जिंदगी
OT.
में
I
पीसी
think that maybe is
के
like
लिए
one of the
कोई
one
भी
fumbles
प्रॉब्लम होगा
unless
ना.
I somehow missed it. But
Exon.
other than that, I mean, this was about as
Exon
good
को
as
वो
और
लोगों
हार्डवेयर
का करना है रे,
everyone
मेरा लोगो
obviously
सेटअप
predicted
करना है मेरे
other
को
than you.
बार बार
DRX,
याद
I gotta call you out again.
Thank you.
For
Answer
DRX,
नहीं.
ये
पाटू
क्या
को
तेरा
बताओ
क्या
ना
है
लोगों
बता.
का.
तेरा वो लाइव जा, मैं बताता हूँ तेरे को. अभी ऐड अभी वो चल रहा है ना, बता. लाइव जा.
मेरे को
वो मैं दिखा सकता हूँ ऑन स्ट्रीम
क्या?
तेरा ये जो भी सेटअप कर रहा
दिखा
है.
लो obvious. तो कब तो दिखा सकते हो.
नहीं नहीं, डिस्कॉर्ड लाइव जा, मैं कह रहा हूँ बाबा.
हाँ वही तो जा रही हूँ मैं.
अरे एक और आया, रुक ना.
एक जंगल में सारे
हाँ अच्छा ठीक है, देख.
क्या तुम्हें
ठीक है, अभी बता क्या करना
कल
है,
ये
बता.
किया था उन्होंने, ये प्लग इन डाला था ठीक है.
किसने डाला था ये प्लगइन?
मेरे फ्रेंड्स ने, मैं उनसे बोली थी मेरे को हेल्प कर दो सेटअप करने में, तो उन्होंने प्लग इन डाला था लेकिन इधर से स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा है. तो फिर मेरे को
ये
यहाँ से जाके चेंज करना पड़ा था. यहाँ पे मुझे कस्टम करके
हाँ.
लोगों का डालना पड़ा था.
नहीं
फिर मुझे
कस्टम
बार बार
नहीं,
चेंज करना.
कस्टम नहीं. वहां पे सेटिंग में जाएगी, वो जो सर्वर यूआरएल रखा है ना ये स्ट्रीम में,
हाँ
ये ऊपर YouTube RTMPS लिखा हुआ है ना सर्विस
हाँ
में.
हाँ.
इसी में ड्रॉप डाउन नीचे, सबसे नीचे स्क्रॉल कर, वहां पे लोगों का अलग है, LOCO कैप्स में लिखा है बड़ा बड़ा.
नहीं इसमें नहीं था, इसमें ट्विच वगैरह था, लोगों का नहीं था. फिर
है.
कस्टम गई थी. सुनो मेरी बात ना, कल किया था हमने, तभी मैं बोल
अरे
रही हूँ
तूने कुछ
मेरे में
अपडेट
नहीं.
आया होगा.
अरे
मेरे में
एक्लेयर्स
नहीं
है.
फाटू.
एक सेकंड, ये
मेरे
तेरा तेरा कौन सा OBS है? स्ट्रीमलैब OBS है? और नहीं,
नहीं
नॉर्मल OBS है इसमें भाई.
हाँ नहीं था ना फाटू.
सुन वहां पे
तभी
जा,
सुनो
उधर जा,
मेरी बात
कैंसिल
सुनो.
कर,
बात तो मेरी
कैंसिल
बात
कर.
अभी
सुनो
नहीं
तुम, एक
दिखेगा
बारी
ना.
बात तो सुन लो भाई फाटू मेरी. बात एक ही है, मैंने कस्टम किया उसके बाद मैंने यहाँ पे स्ट्रीम की डाला ठीक है. तो मैंने
हाँ.
वैसे चालू किया. बट एक यहाँ पे रहता है ना कि देखो जैसे अभी ये यूट्यूब का है, बट मैं यहाँ से स्टार्ट करूंगी तो लोगो स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, तो मुझे बार बार स्ट्रीम की नहीं चेंज करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे लोगो का रहेगा, यहाँ पे यूट्यूब का. बट मेरा वो हो नहीं पा रहा है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई ये स्टार्ट नहीं हो पा रहा लोगो का.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो नहीं, हम सारे यहीं से करते हैं, नीचे से.
इधर से ही करते हो?
हाँ इधर से ही करते हैं
बार
हम
बार ही
सारे.
चेंज करते रहते हो?
हाँ हाँ, क्या करना होता है, तभी तो बोल रहा हूँ. सेटिंग में जाएगी, सेटिंग में जा.
सेव्ड होगा ना तुम्हारा वहाँ पे.
हाँ स्ट्रीम में जा. तू कस्टम क्यों कर रही है? तेरे को कस्टम में सर्वर की डालना होता है, स्ट्रीम की डालना होता है, वो सब नहीं. यहाँ
हाँ
सर्विस में
लोगों का ऑप्शन नहीं था ना.
है, बहुत नीचे है, सबसे नीचे है ड्रॉप डाउन में.
अरे बाबा मैं बोल रही
तो
हूँ जब
कैंसिल
नहीं
कर,
था.
कैंसिल कर इसको, कैंसिल कर. वहाँ हेल्प पे जा, हेल्प पे जा एक बारी, हेल्प पे. ये नीचे देखियो, चेक फॉर अपडेट्स. हाँ देख लो एक बारी. नो अपडेट्स आर करेंटली. हाँ तो अपडेटेड है तेरा. कैसे नहीं है भाई? एक सेकंड रुकियो.
नहीं आ रहा था कल.
29.0.264 बिट. रुक जा.
वही है.
29 पॉइंट वही है भाई, वही है. मैं बता रहा हूँ तेरे को.
अरे बट नहीं आ रहा था ना, मैं तुम्हें भी तो बता रही हूँ.
अरे नेक्स्ट टाइम चेक करना, नहीं तो फिर
हाँ चेक
वैसा है
करियो.
कि
मैं दिखाऊँ? ये देख,
नहीं
दिखाओ.
नहीं तेरा नहीं दिखना.
सेटिंग स्ट्रीम. ओ शिट यार, वो अभी वो है, ग्रेड आउट है.
हाँ अभी तो वो ये चालू है ना यूट्यूब
हाँ
का.
स्ट्रीम चालू है. हाँ
नहीं
अभी
आ रहा था,
दिखेगा
मैं तुम्हें
ना.
कल बोल रही हूँ. कल मैं वही देख रही थी, बट लोगों का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा था, तो कस्टम करके फिर सब कुछ मेरे को डालना पड़ा, तब जाके हुआ.
चल
वही
ठीक
तो
है.
मैं बोल रही हूँ.
नहीं नहीं, एक बार ही देख लो, चेक करियो, वरना ऐसे ही करते हैं हम मैनुअली करते बार बार.
क्योंकि यहाँ ये मैंने जब मैं पहले वो करती थी ना लोको, तब मैं ऐसे प्लगइन से करती थी, तो क्या यहाँ से डायरेक्ट लोको स्टार्ट हो जाता है और यहाँ से यूट्यूब स्टार्ट होता है. बट अभी पता नहीं क्यों नहीं हो रहा था, तो कल मेरे को फिर मैनुअली यहाँ पे जाके पहले कस्टम करना पड़ा, फिर
प्लगइन नहीं यूज
यूआरएल डालना
करता.
पड़ा.
हम नहीं यूज करते प्लगइन प्लगइन, हम सीधे
तो हर
स्ट्रीम
बारी
की
तुम
चेंज
की एंटर करते हो क्या?
हाँ हाँ
बिफोर एवरी स्ट्रीम की एंटर करते हो?
हाँ हाँ। अबे तो
तो पहले
की चेंज
पहले
करना
तुम
होती है।
यूट्यूब का स्ट्रीम एंड करते हो, फिर तुम थोड़ी देर बाद लोगो स्टार्ट करते हो क्या?
हाँ हाँ हाँ। नहीं नहीं, एकदम से स्टार्ट कर देता हूँ, सेटिंग में जाता हूँ, की चेंज करता हूँ बस, और क्या काम है, स्टार्ट ही तो करना है बस।
हाँ, बट उससे पहले यूट्यूब का तो स्ट्रीम रोकना पड़ेगा ना, क्योंकि ये तो अभी ग्रेड आउट रहता है वरना।
हाँ तो वही वही करता हूँ, रोकता हूँ। ना ना ना, बंद कर दे लाइव। ना 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 ना।
DRX have a chokehold on that. We know how good it can be in post plants. Even when Mako's 6-8,
स्प्लिट है सेकंड मैप।
post plant off, they can win those rounds. When you've got
Split है।
everybody alive.
ये देखो भाई, इजी वाइब जी 13-0 आउट लिख रही है हेटर्स।
लास्ट टाइम स्प्लिट बहुत गंदा खेली थी जी, नो कैप। आई वांटेड देम टू विन हेवन क्योंकि जी का स्प्लिट थोड़ा शेकी है।
They're scared. That is the correct decision.
भाई कल अगर परसों अगर VLT वर्सेस गॉडेल सेकंड मैप के बदले थर्ड मैप स्प्लिट जाता ना, तो तुम्हें VLT का कुछ और ही रूप देखने को मिलता। वो मैं अभी लीक नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि वो अभी लाइनअप खेले नहीं है वो, इसलिए नहीं मतलब जो स्प्लिट पे लाइनअप बना के बैठे हैं वो नहीं खेले अभी तक।
Back to this now.
इसलिए
Split being the map pick. This was GE's pick.
ना मजा आता तुम्हें वो स्प्लिट देख के।
Lock // in. They went with double controller. They're kind of doing the same thing again, Seth, and it's making me nervous.
Well, Foxy 9's going to be
Yeah.
playing the Rays. I thought maybe we would see again that that double.
वही तो नहीं बता सकता।
But not to be, so it's going to be single duels on both sides. A Rays v Rays.
भाई ये VCT वाला लाइनअप है सेम जी का, बहुत ही गंदा खेले थे ये।
So he can certainly slow down.
सेम है ना दोनों का पिक?
सेम ही है, सेंटिनल ने लिया इन्होंने एक।
That's
क्या जी ने?
to the KO.
हाँ, गेजेस साइफर नहीं है।
That I'm curious about because as a Sage, we've seen it
तो
work
उनपे भी तो
नहीं
नहीं है।
Sage है, Sage है, Sage है।
उनपे भी नहीं है।
voiced over by Will.
कोई
He
नहीं,
talks
एक
about
Sage
how
है
the
ना,
wall can
Sage
be
is
useful for gaining you some
decent.
entries towards B.
डबल कंट्रोलर
बहुत
खेल
गंदा
रहे
हारे
हैं।
थे लास्ट टाइम, डबल कंट्रोल लास्ट टाइम भी सेम ही तो लाइनअप था फाटी, तुम्हें याद नहीं है VCT पे बहुत ही गंदा हारे थे जी।
किसके अगेंस्ट था?
याद नहीं है मेरे को, बट मुझे याद है सिंगल डिजिट में हारे थे लोग, कुछ 3-4 राउंड जीते थे बस।
क्या पता अभी ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करके आए हो।
I mean, obviously, we haven't seen too much of
कब की
Foxy
बात है?
in general. He's a
तो VCT अभी जो रिसेंटली हुआ था तब रॉसी खेला था, रॉसी सेज खेला था, उससे जॉब कर रहा था। हाँ
This is only the 9th time now that he has played Rays. I'm
हाँ
curious
तो
to see
they
how
would
it's
have
going to look.
learned ना कि अच्छा ये
With
मिस्टेक
that, we
हुआ
are
है।
ready for
हाँ,
game 2. Valdez and William, please take it away.
रॉसी खेल रहा था ना उसमें शायद।
हाँ हाँ था ना वो।
हाँ रॉसी
हाँ,
था।
रॉसी
सेज।
बोल तो रही हूँ, रॉसी सेज था, वो ऑफ कर रहा था इन वन यूज
हाँ।
सेज के साथ।
वाइटैलिटी के अगेंस्ट था, यस।
वाइटैलिटी।
Sage on the side of GEFORCE. And it's going to get interesting. You know, they were able to
थोड़ा और लीक्स मिल जाता तो छतरपुर में क्या हो रहा है। हाँ, घर का एड्रेस भी दे देते हो सारे प्लेयरों का।
Global Esports' map pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that they mentioned their performance at Lock-in on this map, right? It doesn't go well for Global Esports, of
ब्रो
course. They were going up against
15th से
double
प्लेऑफ्स
duelists
में
of Team
ओपन है,
Vitality at
सब
the
कोई भी आ
time.
सकता है,
Now,
लेकिन
the other
अभी
thing to
नहीं।
note is DRX,
अभी प्राइवेट है।
this was a comp that they played before, last year actually in March,
अबे अपन
when
भी
they were
बना
trying
था क्या
to figure out some
टीम
other ways to go through this back then.
हेलो,
It was
मेरी
Buzz
already
actually
team।
trying out the Astra. This time it's going to be
अबे तू
RP
उस टीम में नहीं है
of
पर।
that role. Buzz actually
कौन सी टीम
flexing
है?
over to KO, which I believe
जो
is
टीम
his
तूने बनाई है
fourth
उस टीम में ही
time
तेरे
of
को
all
नहीं
time
लिया, वैसा
playing
कह रहा
KO
हूँ।
in an official match.
कहाँ के
So
लेके
curious to
जॉर्ड
see how
गैंग
he
की बात
performs
कर रहे हो
there to
बड़ी।
support Foxy 9.
अच्छा
Going to be a very
उसमें है
important
पक्का तू?
part of this
मैंने
team.
सुना कि
मेन
तू-
मेंबर,
Looks like
मेन
he is
मेंबर।
setting up on defense over at A.
अच्छा तू कैप ये
alongside
कोच
of
बन रहा है।
Stacks.
कोच
who is
हाँ,
back
एक्सक्यूज
on
मी,
the side.
आईजीएल।
Okay, so Global Esports, they're hanging back from A main. They know that there's most likely a check coming out. Good.
Attacker
lead for
कौन है?
that. They want to see if anyone aggresses out of A. If they do,
ये-
it's an
जी
easy pick and an entry
जी
into A. But
अपने वाले
otherwise,
अटैकर है।
they'll have to wait. Oh, the
अच्छा।
delayed guiding light though on the minimap.
Foxy outside the smoke, it's immediately taken down. Mako with
तो
the
भाई
double
माँ को
head
लास्ट
tap.
गेम
Comes through
इतना
in
खेला
the
तो
right
अभी
place,
ये
I
गेम
should
सारा
say, as,
निकालने वाला
he's
है
waiting for this
वो।
one as well, and he's gonna pick up a third. Mako alone, picking up for map 1.
Well, that's Mako
कर
returning to
रहा है?
his true form. Primed up for an ace here with the
3
spike
बार
right
जी
next to
पिस्टल
him.
राउंड हार रही है।
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Buzz gonna give him a chance to pick up the
ये
ace.
किसका मैप
Yeah,
था?
that's what
मतलब
it is. you know,
selection?
Buzz.
वो छोड़िए,
knows the
उछल उछल
value
के
of
क्या
an
जा
ace.
रहे हैं?
Just get him low and then, you know. Mako can do the rest.
Yeah, Batsy knows that Mako's gonna want this ace. Do they hear each other?
Spots him, and no ace. Batsy gonna pick up 2.
Okay.
And, oh, that's a third.
Okay.
This is certainly turned on its head very much so. Obviously, Batsy is very low, 23 health. RB has a frenzy, so RB's in a good position.
भाई
but
HP नहीं है उसके पास, but ऊपर से frenzy है.
There's a world where Batsy
30 seconds
is
left.
able to clutch this out. Now Batsy knows he's low, so he wants to try to find the kill before he gets to plant.
Yeah, he's looking around that A site, but RB has read that he is in fact on A, and now hears it.
Spike planted.
Going to be able to make his way in eventually.
Yeah, so RB puts up the star in heaven to pretend that he's coming from defender's spawn. Now Batsy, I think he caught sound of it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the timing. Batsy just barely going to miss him. As RB misses him moving into the back there as well.
One tap or
I can tap this.
This is a huge advantage for RB because he has the frenzy.
He's going to hold on to it. He's like, come into my smoke. I dare you. As with the frenzy. No. But the flash is good.
He knows that. He knows that the half is done. He's seen it. Batsy just holding strong.
Just waiting for the tap.
Nice.
Batsy, one tap.
Oh,
barely around the corner.
Wow. Nice
Will with
try.
the defuse, make it happen. A very close pistol
I think
round.
he should have waited for the diffuse sound.
Batsy turned on the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did not have to go that way. Of course, we were joking about Buzz trying to give over the ace. Surely that wasn't the intention. But Batsy plays it in a way where he can isolate these 1v1s. And he brings it down to the very last member in RB. But RB plays that so smart, right? He puts up the dissipate over in heaven just to fake that out, and then he puts up the smoke.
Nice try, yaar. Very close.
He has the frenzy, he has the advantage to respond with the low health Batsy. A great clutch coming out from RB.
And a very important one as well.
आपकी स्ट्रीम के लिए भी ब्रेव यूज कर सकते हैं क्योंकि फिर आपकी स्ट्रीम पे भी एड्स नहीं आएगी.
And just coming within a big lead essentially into the half would be ideal. As here comes Global Esports once again. In round 2, looking to just push very plainly in onto the A site. Not really going to happen.
Yeah, but they're trying to just sell a fake here on an eco. A worthy attempt, but they will get spotted. So just taking the orb. I do like this, right? Take the orb at the very least, because you know it's free now. You pushed him away. Take whatever advantage you can in a round where theoretically you are meant to take that loss.
This is being held down on A at the same time. Buzz is up in heaven, immediately gets his head taken off. And all of a sudden, well, they're not going to push in just yet. It's taking it very slow. So still Stax is on the site.
They do have enough time to play with this, right? And see if anyone still rotates over through mid, which is why they planted Texture. Has the raise there. He'll eventually come in as backup once the spike goes down. If it can go down at all, of course. It's still a tough battle here with the weaponry.
There you go. Hey, up through heaven, down into the ropes. They're going to look to go up to actually top of B, actually, as Foxy is here. A couple of satchels. As, there's a lot of people. As nice little turn around the corner, but he is going to be swarmed. Now RB already taken damage earlier.
RB trying to play for time.
Okay, that's going to be the one. He is in
nice.
smoke here, and headshot from the top. Global Esports making the second round very interesting.
And Texture has a Spectre as well.
And the Thrifty in round 2. Global Esports are not giving any time to DRX.
This, listen, everyone on Global Esports played that very well, but what an incredible call coming in from Aaron, right? You realize that you actually haven't lost any members on A main. You continue to pressure information. Then you know that it was just RB who gets scratched up in B. You take the ult orb and then you pretend that you backed out. Plant Texture in mid. It gives you another chance to rotate.
लास्ट वाले vitality के split से तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे भी. लग रहा है कुछ होगा.
That's kind of insane to be able to pull that one out. Batsy with the first round and making it close, and now the rest of the team able to follow up. And a very nice call from Aaron, as you did mention, as Stax trying to peek around the corner, not really going to get much. As they're all on ecos here.
Yeah, he's not able to even get any shots actually landed up. So while Global, they get spotted, they don't mind that at all, because they do have the better firepower. They also have the Seekers. Now, ideally, they don't want to use that. They're probably going to try to save that to use it against the Viper's Pit when it does come out.
Okay, you don't need to cross, guys.
So no reason to rush
Wall पीछे से ही बना दो.
Yeah, wall blocking.
अब पता लगा मुझे.
Into A.
Anda the blind.
As a little flash, Ronsky just spamming back there. They know that Buzz is there. Buzz does pick up one.
एक और है.
Might be the only one. Oh, Stacks on the backside of the site.
Nice.
Will pick up another, but that is going to be the only couple that they do get. Plans here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got to remember, right? Global Esports, they're the ones who actually
कि
get the
wall
thrifty
पीछे से ही
on
बना
round
दो.
2, or of course the eco on round 2.
इस मैच के
So
बाद
they're
सारे वही
actually
करने वाले हैं आज.
okay, even
देख
losing a
लियो.
couple of those weapons here coming in to round 4. They didn't have to use the
और
Seekers.
पर मैं इधर
Now,
split में
you know,
खेलता
props
ही
to
नहीं.
Buzz, throwing
Stage.
out those flash drives on that
हैं?
mobile
किसी को
phone
पता था
to
chat?
disrupt the blast packs. I love
Dusty
that
बोलते.
idea, but it just
Why
wasn't
SK
enough.
Lassi not playing?
Now
Because
they're
he's
pulled by
drinking
Sears. If
Lassi.
they lose this, Split starts to really run out of their hands.
Message किसी में अपन
Would
के.
not be a good sign either for the side of DRX. As they're going to set up here once again. RB on the Astra on B.
All gamer झूठ बोल लो.
Going to be biding his time. And let's see what the strategy this time from Global Esports will be. They do have the one Spectre. Aaron has a lot of money, a lot of credits. Just holding on to those.
Yeah, just trying to balance out the team economy so they can buy for each other and always even out another couple full buys here for Global Esports. Now they've confirmed members in vents. They're drawing out a lot of RB utility early here.
Oh, they're
Nice,
just
nice.
gonna hound him in the backside there. RB gonna get shot down through the wall. Mako trying to spray in, but the Sage wall keeps him mostly protected. As here are the Seekers, and now they are just owning their way onto the site. They take all of B.
And they're going to push out as
मोने
well.
मुन्ने
Nice.
Because you don't want to get trapped back into B main. They actually have DRX surrounded, and they're the ones who planted the spike.
What an important round here for Global Esports. They have totally
पता है भाई
dominated, and
उसको.
Buzz is going to catch Aaron just
सूंघ
trying
लिया
to
था
hold
उसने.
down mid.
हाँ.
But
ऐसे
still
भूखे
taking
कुत्ते की
forward,
तरह
not a lot
गया.
of time. They're just going to look to save these guns.
Yeah, and just one thing we saw there on that kill on Aaron. Aaron was actually doing squats to try to dodge if he just swings with it pinged, right? So if he just swings, he's trying to dodge the headshot so he can respond back with the Spectre. Of course, Buzz will still get the kill, but that's just the small things that show you
Oh,
awareness.
इसलिए
turn
कर रहा था
rounds
वो.
around when most
बहुत
needed.
कुछ
So,
सीख मिलती है.
we're seeing what's
समझ
going
रहा तू?
on in the brain of Aaron right
वो
now.
crouch
But
up
overall,
क्यों कर रहा था?
execute. I love the way that Aaron's
हाँ, वो expend
really
किया उसने पूरा.
baiting out all this
But ऐसा
utility.
कुछ नहीं
DRX
है,
is
वो
often
time pass
very
कर रहा था.
good about situations for the right goal.
Basically.
Aaron's baiting it out, he actually baits out
Basically
the
वो time
smokes
pass ही
down.
कर रहा था.
And then as soon as RB lets go of the trigger, they push as a group and just spam the wall. They're not looking for a fair duel here.
It's a very nice set play. It's one we've seen before, but you put up the siege wall, you spam behind the box, and if anyone's there, you get the kill.
आयुष पता
The
नहीं
guy
है.
from the top here is going to have a little bit of a rough time if you have enough utility to cover your backs, and that they did. They won all the duels as well, even on the backside of B. Unable to get that kill.
So Global Esports, they can actually use the Cosmic Divide from Monyet here, and they should still be set up for a Viper's Pit as well as the res coming in from Ronsky in the coming round. So ult economy-wise, I mean, you don't expect DRX to double down on their ultimates on this kind of half-buy round because of the saved rifles. So Global, I think, might as well just take
कहाँ
the
तक धकेला
I
उसको?
mean, if you open up with
कहाँ तक
200
भगाया वो
you don't
कुत्ते
need
को
it.
उसने.
But I am curious. Their positioning tells me that they might just all in on this with the Cosmic Divide. Oh, just the smokes, okay.
Just the smokes for now, as they are going to make it onto the site as, okay, Mako
nice.
from the top is going to pick up one.
Oh!
The double kill from the top with the Sheriff. And now, making things a bit interesting. Buzz has got a weapon,
Nice.
but Batsy swings out of the smoke.
उनको पता
Picks
चल
up
गया
that
कहाँ
kill.
है.
Now it's all
अबे अपना
Stacks.
अच्छा
He's
अपना
making
बंदा नहीं
1v1s. He
है.
knows where both of them are. He's trying to isolate the angles.
Ooh, gonna miss that shot on a Batsy, who does swing out after he moves away. So now 4 in a
बाजीगर
row.
में
भाई,
बाजीगर.
Stacks का brain lag हुआ क्या?
The thrifty.
किसका?
And that's going to be
Stacks का?
already the first time
क्यों?
out from Termi.
I can't tell you how excited I am
अभी
to see
देखना last
Global
में,
Esports
brain
forcing
lag
these
हो रहा था.
timeouts out of
नहीं
turn.
रे,
Yes,
उसने
DRX is
सोचा कि
playing
वो pick
Foxy
करेगा ना, तो
Nine.
उसके
Yes,
लिए
they're
ready
not
था
showing
दूसरे
their
वाले के लिए.
entire hand,
उसने
but
spot कर लिया था
Global
दोनों को.
Esports is also playing so well.
उसने expect नहीं
And
किया कि ये
it's
wide
just
swing करेगा.
refreshing to see DRX feel the need to take a break, slow down the NNT, and really talk about what they need to do. In an
ये
early
किसका map
stage,
pick था? पता नहीं यार.
Yeah, second
map
week
pick किसका
here,
है?
and already DRX
G
are
का है?
being
किसका था map?
challenged. As
Eclairs को
I don't
पता है
even
सब.
know what he would say during this timeout.
Oh,
I
G
mean,
supporter,
especially not
Eclairs.
just this round, but the round before it, where they were on
Hello?
similar economy,
Hello?
equal economy, and DRX kind of
कहाँ
just got
गई है?
smack down on the B site with
No.
a very clean entry from Global Esports. That's the
Iska
kind of
pick
thing that
man.
really gains a ton of momentum for a team. And
I think
that's part
Sony
of the
पक्का
reason
sure
why
बता।
Termi calls this timeout
ओ ये
relatively
क्या लिखा है?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you have to
G
consider when you've seen
fighting,
other teams
let's
try this on the
go.
defensive side, ever since the map changes happened, the A side attack has actually been much smoother, right? They changed a lot of the angles that the attackers can take to not only push towards ramp, but actually through heaven as well. So sometimes what teams will do is actually now start pushing out of B main instead of A main, which is kind of the go-to on
B
the
का pick
defensive
है।
side. I'd love to see DRX
Global का pick
take
है। ओ,
advantage of
ऐसा है
that. You
क्या?
have the two flashes.
ऊपर
I know it
लिखा
doesn't
तो
feel
है।
good to
Top
invest
left में
too
लिखा
much
होता है,
early on,
इसका pick
but
है।
Global Esports
करंट दिखा रहा है ना ऊपर देखो
हाँ
सेंटर्स के
बे।
बाजू में जी का
अंधा है क्या रोबो?
They wait for
अबे
it to
अंधा है
dodge
क्या
it on A
साले?
main.
मेरे को
ऊपर
क्या
हो गए
कह
तो
रहा है?
दिखाई नहीं दे
Still
रहा
with the
तुझे?
same
चल
default,
साढ़े।
I think Global has a strong read on you.
Yeah, so far at least, DRX, you know, took a little bit of time to get used to what was going on Haven even, and perhaps they're just trying to gather as much information
भाई
and
इसमें अगर टीम किल आ गया
go
तो
from there and take it relatively slow.
वैलोरेंट में
As we do see a bunch of members from GES just waiting
मजे आएंगे रोबो?
around this A main.
And we just saw
नहीं आएगा।
Batsu use a
Nade
guiding
से
light in
मरेंगे
mid as
आधे से
well,
ज़्यादा
even
तो।
though he doesn't get a full tag. Hold on!
Stacks around the corner, but the flip
Your
from
duty is
Bronze,
not
you saw
over.
it, and
the
immediate
res.
res comes in with the smoke from the
बच गया
Viper.
बच गया।
Now Buzz is trying to spray and deny that, but nope. Global Esports currently in control of this round as well.
And we just saw Batsu use his Trailblazer in mid to check if anyone is still in B heaven. So they have information, because Foxy9 had to shoot that down, that they're still keeping members on B. It's not a full rotate over. Global Esports knows there's at least one on A heaven, so they commit to this site. They know they have them outnumbered here.
Yep, in they go. As, well, they go in and then they go out. They're looking to come up here into ramps and make a play up in heaven. As you can see, nobody here on the side of DRX as the rotation will come in.
ओ भाई कहीं भी
Oh,
वॉल
but
वूल कर
Manyet's already
देते।
poised to fight from B main as well. They know they don't have much time, but this actually comes down to
A पे
Manyet. If
wall
he can push
किया
in
है,
at the
ult
right
भी
time
की
to get
है।
this pinch. Foxy9!
Oh, the showstopper! He gets two on the
boy.
push and denies it for now as a third kill comes in. And RB's right with him. That is going to be a full cleanup from DRX as
timeout
they
में कुछ
put
तो
an
किया इन लोग ने।
end to the
Hats on
domination
किए।
of Global Esports.
You
ओ
stack
भाई।
up those ultimates for a reason, and you use them to bring a round back from DRX. Great decision from Foxy9, understanding
From
once
DRX, वाह
that
भाई।
this is now a time battle for Global Esports. Oh, and just perfect shot as well. And RB winning the fight against Manyet helps, you know, Foxy9 clean up Aaron, right? Because otherwise he's going to have this distraction from behind him. Aaron might still be able to walk in and get the plant, but
बोर लग रहा है
RB
वहाँ का।
strong and B main.
Such an important turnaround
Japanese edition.
from the side of DRX.
Korean edition,
keeping
sorry.
things somewhat close. As a little bit of action here in mid. Some shots through the smoke, a bunch of utility being used here.
So one thing we've noticed from Global Esports is that they will actually use their main info, well actually really their only info, in the form
लेकिन
of Sky
A
in
half-
for the longest time. And then they'll plant someone like Manyet, so they always have a chance to
अक्षय ऐसा
rotate
नहीं होता ना।
off of A if they need to. Now, DRX, so far, their answer to that is Foxy9 holding strong with the Raze utility over by Mail, but Global Esports, we're clearly seeing some adjustments here where they're trying to fish a little bit more utility out of DRX's B side.
Caution here.
I'm curious to see how DRX adjusts to that in the coming rounds.
Saw the one ping as tower now currently being cleared out. And
ये
smoke
मेरे
from the
20
Astra
split है
as
ना
now the
इनका?
entry from main is coming in, but the Raptors being cleared
CT
out.
open
Aaron
क्यों
picks
रखते
up
हैं?
that second one onto Foxy. Smock on the backside, gets one, immediately cleaned up. Batsy on top. And now Aaron is low on health, but it's all up to Buzz to go 1v3 with a spike plant.
Oh,
भाई
really
ये
good
बाजी
timing
तो
on the
कुछ भी
flash,
pick
but he's
करता और
not able
मारता
to
है।
get the kill, and Global
बाजीगर
Esports
ओ
aware of the
बाजीगर।
potential angles that DRX is going to come back from it. First of all, let's
Eclipse
just
कुछ
say it
खा
like
रही
it
है
is. All 5 members of Global Esports are on point with their aim today, right? We saw some great flicks and reactions from
भाई
Buzz.
अच्छा मैप
We
है,
just saw
अच्छा
that
मैप
from
जा रहा
भारी
है।
हो गया।
Galaxy as well in that round.
Yeah.
We had some great moments
Are
from
you
the other
eating
players
something?
on Haven.
तो
No,
इतनी
it's pretty
शांति
clear
है।
that everybody's pretty much on point. Like, yeah, you could say Texture has started off slow, but we know what he can do. I'm sure he's going to shore that up in no time.
पार्टू ऐसा क्या किया
And
तूने?
that'll be scary.
Yes,
if he
शांत हो
begins
गई।
to do
I
that.
don't know,
बताओ।
अगर
Then everybody will
सबको
really
बता चैट में ताकि
3
सब
राउंड
लोग
all-
रोबो
all
3
cylinders
से
inside
3
of
राउंड ना
Global
लगातार
Esports.
यही निकाले
As now a little
जी
push
ने।
out here from DRX.
मिड से है, मिड से भी है।
But oh, she's gonna be long. As the Guardian gets in, a Seraph kill for Stacks as they're just winning this down on firepower.
पहले डाल देता तो को पीक नहीं करते.
Okay, but now they know that Aaron has to stay here to not give away those weapons for free. So you know that at most it's gonna be 2 people here on this B site. Yeah, Arby can hold here with the Bulldog. Oh no!
Stacks another Guardian kill as they are just trying to poke their heads out, and Stacks is taking them off.
What's crazy? Oh, hold on. Let's hold that thought because the round's not quite over just yet.
Oh, but now maybe it is. Foxy able to shut down that as Mondet is in with the shorty. And now he's got a gun, but not quite enough. RB gonna clean that up. DRX have been able to hold on to it. They do a little cheer for themselves as well as they pick up the Thrifty in round 8.
Yeah, and listen, Thrifties don't come too often for DRX. They're usually on the receiving end when they go to international tournaments. So great to see them bring this back. What I was going to mention is Global Esports was...
वाह भाई, ऐसे कौन आता निकल के?
But it's just Buzz being a moment quicker here and Stacks with their kills to shut that attack down. Now Global Esports, yes, we talk about how Split is historically the defender-sided map. Recently with the map changes, a lot of the teams are actually doing quite well on attack, so I think Global wants, a couple more rounds here to feel safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a very nice start, but they'd love to have more. Texter out
Oh, fuck!
In tow, just in case gets shot from behind us. In they go, and this site is cleared.
Yeah, I mean, that spike just gets dropped at the entrance. The
Wait.
null command, along with the gravity well, you would still have your hands full if you're DRX. But not only do you slow down the showstopper, but then the null command to make sure you take it out of that Raze's hands. And Texture is just caught without a plan there to adjust.
भाई उसने
pretty rough.
रेस की अल्ट गायब करी, सेज को वॉल नहीं करने दिया.
Read these B entries quite well, and they're like, nope, we're not going to let you do this again. And they're able to shut it down pretty easily.
Yeah,
भाई
again, I like that adjustment.
क्या सेक्सी रेट थी भाई DRX वालों की. कि वो एक बस खेल रहा था. ये राउंड भी आया.
Do you press a little bit more aggressively on the opposing side, or are you just better prepared for it? They understand that if there's ever going to be a fast strike from Global, it's always been on this B site. So let's make sure we defend that with the showstopper from Texture, and they pulled off quite perfectly.
Yeah, just going to wait this one out. Is Global Esports not going to be pushing in through here? Gives you a lot of time to consider your next option for the attack. Feels kind of rough that just the round before you got kind of dominated.
Texture बहुत बुरा खेलता है अंचल. ऐसा नहीं है.
So you're like, maybe we don't want to go that way.
Yeah, I actually would love to
Texture
see
की क्या गलती है, उसको
Global
चलेगा ना
just do a, off the bat fast rush into A, right? That's the one thing they have.
Why Rossi not there? He's playing next match.
Ramp in mid. They've done a couple fast pushes into B main, but they haven't
Stream
done
की volume बढ़ा
to
दो.
A just yet. And doing that would be a nice change of pace, and it would challenge DRX to say,
mid wall तोड़ो.
takes ready, because A site is not an easy site to flood early on. It's not an easy site to stack off the get-go. Now, I don't think you do it in this coming round because they are not going to have full buys, I don't think. If I
अबे किससे बोल रहा है गोची?
मुझे ही बोल रहा हूँ, बाद में बताता हूँ.
Global Esports fans right
किसी से बात कर रहा था उससे फिर.
fans trying to sneak in their own.
Unmute कर दिया गलती से.
Yeah, a bit
Players क्योंकि बात नहीं कर रही ना, इसलिए अच्छा नहीं लग रहा.
कल रात कितने बजे तक करी स्ट्रीम?
Over in EMEA, so if you ever find a picture of it, you'll
कल
know
रात
exactly
को
what we're talking
मैंने
about. But
4 बजे.
yeah, my question is I think this coming round, I would be a little miffed.
भाई ये Twitch पे लोग
Quite disappointed, but a little miffed if Global actually does a
KW
rush
क्यों बोलते
here
हैं?
on this half buy, because then I think it's like you're just throwing it away. It's so easy to expect that if you're DRX. I would
Twitch
love
का
them to
वॉल्यूम
see
बढ़ा तो रखा
them
है.
try something else in this coming round, and then once if it does go to
उनको
5-5,
तेरी आवाज नहीं
try to
सुननी.
get to the 7-5
Stream
by
की
doing
सुननी
a
है
more
फाटू.
fast push onto
वाह
A
भाई.
in the next round. Okay, so
इसलिए
they're
बोल
not
रहे गेम का
committing
साउंड
to
बढ़ा.
rush here.
इंडिया
They are gonna
ओरिजिनेटेड
buy
है
up,
इसलिए
though.
लिखा है.
They're
क्या
gonna buy
इंडिया
up whatever they
ओरिजिनेटेड है?
can with just a Spectre in
अरे
hand.
IND लिखा है ना, वो बोल रहे हैं.
Yeah, he doesn't have much
ऊपर देखना.
at this point in time.
Global Esports.
But, yeah, Spectre in hands, and they might look to play it a little bit slower, as they are going to use some utility already into
ये
mid,
टाइम आउट किसका था?
as has been the case for most of these.
जी का था यार. जी का था ना.
Okay, so
भाई ये अभी Foxy एक्टिवेट हो गया है.
All right, well, Foxy, again, you know, when the going gets rough,
फिर मुश्किल अभी DRX का momentum build हो गया.
Gonna get the kill in mid as they are looking to rotate through. Now making it 5v3 favor of DRX.
Yeah, and what a strong read from DRX. They actually plant Foxy 9 on A, expecting there to be a power play on that side of the map. Now Mako's bought enough time for Foxy to return onto B.
That's a lot of damage into Ronsky.
Aye,
Has 10
Foxy,
as,
aye.
yep, that's gonna do it. One grenade is enough.
Well, they are stuck up here. Let's just say it.
Yeah.
There's no way out, really. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Didn't expect him to jump right on top of him, my guess, as Monyet is all alone. And RB's just going to wait for some help. Mako coming on over. No need to rush this.
Yeah, I mean, they can wait for Stacks to come in through Heaven as well.
Yeah.
Listen, Monyet's a great player, but this seems nigh impossible for him to pull off.
Well, just 4 1v1s in a row, but does lose the first one, so we're not going to get there, as DRX will tie it up 5-5, going on a nice streak of their own 3 rounds
7-5
in a row.
All right. You've still saved up a couple of ultimates if you're Global Esports. Is this the time? You saw DRX make this adjustment, right? They shifted their players on the A site. Foxy 9 actually over there to swing off of the intel, because in the past they've only been fishing for it. But Global, I don't think you get shaken up by that. Yeah, I would love to see a commit to A site. Now, you will have to still wait for the 0 point.
They're going in as Texture.
Can't quite land it for the duel. Oh no, Buzz!
There's the one, but Mako immediately there, a little bit faster than
ये
Texture
texture इतना
expected.
थोड़ा weird क्यों खेल रहा है?
Swing out and clean that
देखा
one
तूने?
up.
I mean, you have
पहले pick
Seekers. I
के
think
बाद
you use it to push out from Heaven here. Otherwise, you're stuck for so long. Oh,
Mako
no.
just
क्या
He's gonna
क्या
take down
कर
that
रहे
one.
हैं?
Spike
अरे
at least
नहीं,
will
उससे
be
डॉग ने स्पॉट
retrieved
नहीं किया
by
ना
one
किसी
down.
को, तो इसलिए
अबे
भाग
तो
के गया।
ऑब्वियस सी बात है ना, उनको पता है बंदा वेंट्स में नीचे जाएगा, ऊपर आएगा.
I mean, credit to Mako, right? Just hiding right under on that rope to hide
Yo,
himself
That's the
from
nature
of that utility. Stacks still knows that Global Esports is hanging around, and let's note, RB, he's pushed into garage on B, so they know that these guys have to.
ठीक है भाई.
Wow. Okay.
बोनस राउंड है, कोई नहीं.
Yeah, Mako,
ओ
maybe
भाई
Jeremy talked about it in the
परफेक्ट
first
स्पैम कैसे
because
मार
now
सकता है?
he
ओ
has
बाजी को देख
16
कितना, ओ
kills
भाई दोनों को
so
लो
far.
कर दिया.
As
जो
now
एक
he's
एक
up
HP में
14,
दोनों.
still a very high number as he is holding down Heaven. He is backed off for now.
Yeah, I was mentioning, you know, one of the last times that DRX has played this comp on
30
Split was
seconds
last
left.
year in March, and it was actually up against Texture. That's how I was looking this up, because they played against Texture when he was over on Dom 1 Gaming. Of course, they've changed
क्या
their
सेव
team as
कर
well.
रहे हैं ये?
And that time, Mako put up 25 kills,
नहीं,
2
उनको
wins,
इनको
and
नहीं
9
है.
assists on this Viper. So he popped
तो
off
वे 10 HP 1
that
HP
one,
है.
and he's continued to prove that. Listen,
ये इसको heal क्यों नहीं कर रहा? बाजी इसको heal तो कर
still had
सकता
some
है.
good clutches there too, and he's back in form.
They're going to hang out in the sewer. They have 1 health and 10
क्या
health.
फायदा?
That's
बाजी
my
बोल
favorite
रहे
place
हैं.
to hang out.
Respectable.
On my days off. Just go
Yeah,
to
you
the
got some
sewer.
extra time, just go hang out in the sewer.
मैं AFK हूँ, आया मैं.
Especially when you're only on 1 health.
Yeah, there you go.
Which does happen if you're working a lot. DRX finally going to take the lead for the first time since they won the pistol round.
टेक्सचर डाउन 1 गेमिंग में था.
True. They struggled a bit, but the timeout comes in clutch for DRX. Meanwhile, it hasn't really converted for Global Esports.
Nice.
Oh, they're just trying to keep calm, right? They know that it's still a bit of an
Oh,
uphill
भाई.
battle. It is split. I mean,
Comment
both sides
Twitter
I
पे
think,
देख लो
really
भाई.
want this last round. Global probably expected to have a bit more. The start they had, they're back to their default fish for utility, but look at the changes from DRX, right? They're not using all of their utility right away to combat this. In fact, they're actually putting Foxy 9, the operator, to push out of garage.
Wow.
And that's how they're getting information. This is the change they wanted to see.
Yeah, it's working out well for them. They got RB hanging out here in tower. Has lots of smoke, so much utility just to push in through mid. They haven't made a decision on what side they want to go. Looks like A. A couple of other members hanging out towards main.
Yeah, and now DRX knows for a fact that this has to be A because there's no movement near Foxy 9 over by the B side. Look at the setup, crossfires, and then watching Heaven from Mako. Global Esports, you better have Chris Bain here.
Well, here come the Seekers. Gonna get them some space if nothing else. As they know they're down there in the ropes, holding down Heaven are Mako and his teammate as in they go. Running out of bullets, so is Mako, and they push on through. Texture gonna get that entry in Heaven.
Great timing from Texture to read that he's running out of bullets near the
30
end.
seconds left.
They've cut off any extra backup. They just have to clear the site, but 25 seconds left.
Down they go, Buzz trying to hold on to this. Stax is here as well, and he is alone. That's
No.
2 in a row, but gets taken out by Aaron. As now the pits on the site. It is the last round after all. They're going to put this spike down. They are up 3-2 at the moment.
One enemy
Oh, and
remaining.
Ronsky gets a great
उठा ले
read.
उठा ले उठा ले
Ronsky
उठा ले
did switch to a Phantom. He does have the showstopper, so if he actually gets 1 kill, he has a good chance to... Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say he can clear the pit, but...
Yeah. There you go.
हाँ फ्री का किल लेने आ रहे हैं
जीते
पॉप
भाई। एक राउंड नहीं जीते भाई उसके बाद
जीते तो अभी लास्ट राउंड
हाँ, अभी मतलब उसके पहले
हाँ
फिर मतलब 6 राउंड तक निकाल लिया
Yeah, I mean,
यार
you-
tie things up.
5-2
You
था
needed to, right? You needed to catch up.
हाँ,
I mean,
वही कह रहा
DRX
हूँ।
had the right read and they had the good adjustment with the operator in
बैक टू
Boxy's
बैक काफी
hands,
निकाल लिए
but
ना
it's actually going to be the 2 members from mid, right? Texture,
ये
and I
Vronsky
think it
कुछ
might have
नहीं
been
मारा।
Vronsky, who climb up. They just wait for DRX to continue to spam, and then right as you realize they're going to have to back off for reloads and other angles, they push in. A good timing attack from GE.
Really fantastic stuff. I mean, I don't care if GE go down 2-0 in this map, or in this series, I should say. They have put on one hell of a show. As, hello from Singapore. I love Bazi, that says.
Yeah, and then cheering for Stax. We've got a lot of fans here today. Come in with, you know, whether it's their friends, their partners, their family, but cheering for different teams on opposite ends of the
राहुल
scene.
पता नहीं यार इसके बाद एक
Listen, there's no
लोगों
problem
का
with that. They're
इवेंट
all
है कुछ लोगों
very,
में
deserving of
उसके
the
बाद
love
पता
and
नहीं क्या
support, because especially you look at this match,
बदुआ
right? Haven was
to
a banger and we're
Try,
here in the first half of split.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, on Mondays
Money
here
is
at
equal to
BC
Fatu,
Pacific,
yeah?
you have
कुछ
just
भी
the
मतलब
one
I
best
think
of
OT
3,
जाएगा
and
ये
it
रोसी
kind
यार
of ends
वीजा
up
इशू
being
that's why he could not
the show
come he will
match,
play
right?
playing
Like the big one of the week, because we
ओ
only have
ऐसा
the
कुछ है
one
क्या
as- This is one man.
Yeah,
ये
a
फाटू
fan
था
of,
क्या?
one of the
फाटू ये तो था
commentators
क्या?
on the Korean side, who's actually been
नहीं
commenting for so long. I
Yeah.
believe over 20 years now. He's
ये वहाँ का बतूरा
esports
था
history itself here in Korea.
Peace.
You know,
Antic
across
peace.
multiple titles, and of course now with Valorant. But I gotta say, that fan who had that sign just now, I bet he's good with the op because his eye contact was good. He wasn't blinking for the longest time.
Yeah, he
भाई
certainly
tattoo देख रहा
beat
पूरे
me. I had
body
to
में
blink
उसके,
after
पूरे
looking
हाथ
at, looking into those eyes for only 5 seconds. So
उसकी टैटू देखी
yes,
पूरे हाथ
really
में
good
थी
stuff.
हाँ
फुल आर्म
Yeah,
Hook up कर रहा है?
halftime, good time to
तू कुछ लेने
consider
वाला
what
था
you're
ना
gonna do on the.
वो
बुरी दुआ बदुआ टू
Curious to
DRX
see how
Ah,
DRX are
वाला
going to handle
टुडे VLT मैच
the
नोप
क्या हुआ
attacker
उसका?
side, especially
अच्छा फाइट दे रही है
because we
जी
saw
हाँ
that
क्या प्रेडिक्शन आपका
Global
यहाँ से
Esports, a lot of set plays on the B, not as much of a focus on
I don't know यार कुछ
The
कह नहीं
times
सकते
where they
यार
did
Let's
go
go.
for it, didn't find a lot of
डिफेंस में अभी
success,
सेज
but
का
what
दर्द
does
मालूम
DRX
पड़ेगा
कुछ
उन्हें
कह नहीं सकते यार
Okay, so
प्रेडिक्शन
oftentimes
अबे
we'll
नहीं
see,
सेज
you
अबे
know,
सेज है ना
a
सेज
early
का
wall over on
काफी
पूरा
Amen.
टाइम
DRX
पाएगा
aggro हो रही है जी
Especially
पूरा
on the
शेक हो
pistol,
जा रही
because
है
you know
ऐसे
it's gonna be sort of
पैनिक
late,
की हो
but
जा
they're
रही है
actually relying on Ronsky to just hold on to B site, right? He's in a position where he's just gonna block the plant if they did choose, if DRX chooses to come there. With the Sage Wall, which he did purchase with half armor, that's usually the go-to.
2-0 easy for
But they're gonna
DRX
hang back. It looks
मत
like
लिखो यार
as long as you don't give up Heaven on A site, they do have an idea of how they want to retake that.
Well, Maka's just gonna hop on
भाई वाइपर
through
ये देख कहाँ
up the
चला गया
ramps. He is already in behind them on ropes.
लेफ्ट मिड हाँ
Team is here in
तुम
mid.
ए रैंप आओ तुम
Yeah,
कहीं भी
this
आओ
is very intentionally given
तुम
up
लो
by GE though. So DRX, yeah, you see them stalling because they're like, okay, why is this all so free, right? Mid was free, vents was free. Something's going on here, and GE is hanging
हाँ
back for a
बे
retake on A. So you gotta imagine that there's some way
retake
to
खेलने
recover
वाले ये full
A Heaven, and then you gotta imagine then who's stationed on B side because the Viper Toxic Screen is set up for a retake here on A.
Aaron waiting all the way in the back on A in the screens. Just
ये लोग वेट किस लिए कर रहे हैं
see DRX taking it very
कुछ
slow.
नहीं।
अपडेट के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं आई थिंक
नहीं
उसका फ्लैश आएगा ना
वो बी
स्काई
से
का
ए
फ्लैश आएगा
रोटेट
वापस हां जिक्स करके फ्लैश आया अभी अंदर
Yeah,
जाएंगे
and the focus here is actually going to come down to RB. GE should give the plant here. They shouldn't overextend. They should give the plant. But RB, when does he move and which path does he take? He's waiting to see if he hears any audio cues. He doesn't. So when does he start to crawl into vent to provide support?
Oh
That was a
nice
lot of
flash
guys just pushing on through into heaven, as now that will totally be given over to the side of
उसने
Global
वॉल कर
Esports.
दिया
हाँ वॉल
He's
कर
gonna be
दिया
met with a Sage Wall when he tries to support from heaven.
Buzz has a very nice angle. Ronsky able to trade that one
एक
back.
एचपी है बे
Stacks
उसका
पीछे
है
से आ रहा
gain
है
at the moment. As they'll have to push through this Viper wall, as from behind they are getting
Nice!
in. As Monyet defending this for now as they try to retake this one. He's got smoke, he's got nearly half the fuse, but the sun comes in.
Remaining.
Yeah, they heard Stacks earlier. They now know where RB is. What a
Oh,
Nice,
fuse!
nice,
I think it's
nice.
gonna go off. Yeah, Boxy gonna get that.
Nice
kill.
retake, yaar. Nice
Global
retake.
Esports are able to pick up the defuse with 8 seconds left. Very nicely handled on the retake.
Yeah,
Bhai,
no, what a
Viper
great
और
retake. And one of the big important factors there was
Double controller.
Aaron backing off of elbow immediately, right? Once they
India में तो
decide,
कोई नहीं
okay, let's
खेलेगा.
just hang back on A Heaven as
एक
well.
second, उसने-
They back off all the way to screens and say, as long as we can file back into
क्या?
Heaven.
वेंट्स वो कर दिया था ना वॉल
Wall, हाँ,
Hearing a
vents
lot
wall
of,
कर देता.
G
खुद को वॉल कर
fighting
देता और डिफ्यूज
chants
कर
over
देता
here. I
वो
love
देख
their
मेरे को आवाज आ रही है
rotation
पीछे
against
से
their staff.
पीछे से आवाज आ रही है तेरे को
We saw it at Sao Paulo as well.
G
They're always trying to
Biden!
hype up the crowd and the players themselves. Now with DRX on pistols again, it's going to be, this time we see the aggressive Sage wall to buy time on A
Shotgun.
main.
Shit.
Well, Monyet hanging in here.
Kyle
He's gonna
Bay.
pick up 2, make it 3. As they're just fishing a barrel for him. Not much they can do about that.
Ace,
If
ace,
you've ever wondered why
ace.
DRX doesn't like this map, that is exactly why they don't like this map. They just don't want to have to play against all of
ठीक
these
है.
shotguns.
There you go. Monyet picks up the 4K and it's flawless. After the pistol round, Global Esports in a very nice position here on the vendor side.
Okay, you've got your buys. And now, importantly, you noted that they bought shotguns, right? You saw the judge coming out. You saw Bucky as well. We didn't hear it, though, but you know it was very close quarters buys from GE. So DRX, they
ये उन लोग ने भी कुछ तो eco fragger बोला.
They cannot take any risks here and end up losing crucial weapons.
अभी कहाँ खेल रहा है shotgun लेके?
Let's see how it goes. They got 3 guys stacked here on the A site. They have 2 in mid and towards vents.
Oh, no.
So Trailblazer pushing on through. Here comes Global Esports trying to get aggressive. And Mako pulls down the angle. He picks up 2, but Tits taken
Bye,
out. By grenade as Monyet
my
is in
God.
the
ये
spot,
map बहुत
picks up
irritating है
2
judges
with
के
the
लिए.
judge.
हाँ.
And DRX will continue to hate this map for now as Monyet picks up a Phantom and takes him down for his
Bonus
3rd.
था बे इनका
Oh,
bonus
yeah,
round है
you
ये.
monster!
अरे,
I mean,
ये नहीं करना
On the
था
other side.
yeah, RB's just
push
gonna
नहीं करना था ना.
clear that
उसको
out,
wait करना
but-
चाहिए था अपने team के लिए.
Listen, Mako holds so strong on A main, and yet Global, you saw the commitment they had to fight for A main. They say Monyet can hold mid with the judge.
Yeah,
and
अच्छा है,
defend
साथ में
onto
खेल
Veil.
रहे
That's
हैं.
all we need. If we can push out of A main, recover a couple weapons, right?
इसका
If we
util
hard
तो है,
commit
3
and
है.
recover weapons, we can
दो
actually
smoke
fight
कर
for this
सकता है.
round. And in fact, now they're poised to try to take the win 2v1.
Let's see how this is going to go. I think Global Esports can just chill over towards the vents, wait and see if RB is going to plant
30 seconds
and
left.
kind of go from there.
Okay, so RB does have 3 stars, but he doesn't have much time to set them up because he's going to want to stick with the plant as well. He just sets it up right close to him for a safe plant. Now, we do have 2 guiding lights from
दो
Botsy.
flashes हैं.
It's going to come down to how much can he provide support for Aaron to open up these angles here. RB's trying to make them think that he's in one of these smokes.
Yeah, when in fact he's just got the lineup here from main.
Right, yeah, they saw this plant position. Now they expect this. He's trying to draw out the gravity well, and RB doesn't bite.
Ooh, not gonna happen. Okay, the spray, 41 health.
आ सकता है
RB
low है.
just barely able to hold on to that. Aaron is going to get the gravity well in as he has been in this position before. Let's see if he can line it up. 6 health. Seems familiar.
Oh no,
There
Aaron!
it is! The
कैसे
headshot
आ
from
रहे
RB for the 3rd kill
यार,
in a
ये
row.
round
And a
नहीं
massive
हारना
clutch
था
to give
यार.
DRX a chance on this map.
Aaron just cannot land 6 damage today against DRX. What a traumatic round for him. Coming back again. This time he knew. You can tell that he got the call about the Hulk because he just tries to spray down after the fade.
इसको push नहीं
But
करना चाहिए था.
RB's
ये kill के
peaks
बाद ना
were
इसको
so
chill करना
good.
चाहिए था यहाँ पे.
कैसे आ रहे
They were
पता
just
नहीं.
insane, and we're going to see here once again. The first kill is rough. I mean, he gets it.
अच्छा दोनों साथ
But
push
then
कर
this
लेते
one-
तो वो मर ही जाता.
Wow.
But पता नहीं था ना कहाँ है वो.
See
CT भी हो
Terminator,
सकता है,
oh, God.
backside भी हो सकता है या
Thankfully,
main
he was
हो
able to
सकता
get that one. I mean, that was the bonus round, right? So DRX really desperately needed that one. And yes, they only do hold on to 1 gun, but at least they take the round down for their sake.
Yeah, just one other thing we noticed in that previous round as RB gets the final kill is he he realizes that Aaron's on the Bulldog, and he hears the triple burst, so he peeks out in that timing, which is impressive. Now,
Lol.
Ronski, I
Mako
think
bhai,
he
kya
should
kar
have
rahe ho?
known that it was a double stack there because he heard the guiding light as well, but Ronski still gets the kill.
Foxy in to the fence, and DRX actually open up mid with this play.
हाँ जी.
It's now quick on through B Tower. They're going to try to make their way onto the site. The rotation is swift, but Buzz is right there with a headshot. And this has been shut down pretty nicely from DRX. Ronski looking to fast push just a bit. Misses the shot onto RB.
Spike planted.
Just trying to eliminate RB's position for the time being.
And able to spot Buzz. A little bit slow on the shot, but still able to land it.
वाइपर कहाँ है?
No charges left.
This is not a lot of
जल्दी
angles
आ
for him
भाई.
to come on through as Aaron now finally going to be able to follow up.
Yeah, the positions are tough, right? You've got both angles. We're even going to see the Cosmic Divide here, but Aaron actually picks off the kill in time, so it is a 2v2.
Yeah, just like that, Barovsky through the divide, and Stax is able to take down both. As
यार ये starting में
Content healthy
1v1
gets the
fight
job done,
moment
ties
पे
things up
texture
for
पता नहीं
DRX.
क्यों push कर रहा है.
And,
Smoke
yeah,
से.
you can see DRX, the Cosmic Divide usage there, maybe
Texture
just trying
बहुत
to
बेकार खेल
really
रहा है.
safely secure
उसको
themselves
जेट
a
नहीं दिया
spot
ना.
back in this
रेजी
game.
खेल रहा है वो.
I mean,
Last
Ronski
match
actually gets
भी
the
वो
first
इतना
kill here as well,
अच्छा
and
नहीं
yet,
खेल.
you know, Global
वो देख
Esports,
भाई.
they get a
वो क्यों
little
push करा?
greedy. I mean, they've had
वैसे
some good
पागलों
runs
की
where
तरफ.
they're able
Viper
to
ने
cut off
Foxy
the
को कैसे
initial
spot किया?
entry from DRX, or even when they were on the attacker
ऐसे ही
side.
मारेगा
But
spam.
right there, you let Foxy
नहीं,
9
spam.
pass, but you gotta imagine that there's
हाँ,
more
देखा.
members trying to commit to that one kill. Seems a bit of a greedy move.
Nice little flash and entry as Foxy 9 able to pick that one up. Pretty strong push into B main with 3 members of DRX.
Even if you're on an eco, you gotta get whatever
क्यों
advantages you
भाई?
can. I'm trying to greed for a kill here
इको है
alone
कुछ
with the
कर नहीं
classic.
सकते.
I mean, I think at that point, right, you just back out and group as 4, either die to the spike or try to fight as 4. But it seems like Global, they're starting to panic just a tad bit, right? They're not able to keep the lead
बहुत
that
ही गंदा
they
खेल रहा
had
है texture
in
आज.
the early parts of the first half. We're starting to see
फाटो
kind
की
of these
आत्मा आ गई
solo
इसके अंदर.
plays where they're trying to just peek out for their own duels. And DRX is actually now grouping as a group, 3, 4, maybe sometimes even 5 members to cover each other's backs.
Yeah, it's very important, I think, for Global Esports to kind of do what they did on Haven, right? It was a very close match. They were able to get a bunch of rounds towards the end.
भाई उन लोगों ने
and
छोड़ ही
make
दिया.
things
उनको लगा
very
rotate
even, down
कर
to
गए
the wire, down 13 to 11. So, yes, it is an eco. See what they can do here as the plant comes down. And Global Esports will awkwardly have to push through the spawn, try to make something happen.
Yeah, you gotta imagine with the position they took, they were so far away anyway. You gotta hope that they're gonna die to the spike here. That's their hope. Yeah, they're just gonna stick right by here and then inch forward at the end. Meanwhile, on DRX's side, you know, some
ये
of them
जाके
have okay
बॉम्ब से
combo.
मरेंगे पता है.
No reason to hard push for these kills, right? I mean, yeah, Mako could get his Viper's Pit, but is that risk potentially giving over these free upgrades? Probably not.
You could check Foxy's spot. He can actually catch them trying to rotate into the spike.
Oh no.
But he's kind of got an awkward angle. Ronski's going to take down that kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay though, Foxy. He's gonna get the showstopper anyway. And now Aaron's just gonna run away with the free upgrade.
Yeah. It's very nice for him. Just able to hold on to that one weapon as we do go
हारेगी लग रहा है.
now a very even round in terms of...
हाँ यार.
Yeah, but we gotta note, right? The showstopper was completed in the previous round by Foxy 9. The null command and the Seekers as well.
Seekers, null command,
Once
Foxy के
DRX,
पास
DRX
ult.
rarely will ever go for a blind 5-man rush.
हमारे पास सिर्फ एक
but
Astra के
once they
पास
push
ult
for
है.
some information and, you know,
ओ
potentially
भाई
once
3
they
ult है
start
भाई
to
DRX
drop
के
and
पास.
then drop,
निकलेगा ये round DRX को
DRX
निकलेगा.
group, and they can set
लग
up
रहा
for
है.
the showstopper.
Well, we saw what he was able to do the last time around. As this time, Mako not going to be caught off guard by this.
Okay, so Ronski takes a huge risk to get to
लोगों
the
को ये
other
सब
side
नहीं
of the
करना
wall,
चाहिए.
but it
सेज
is
का
gonna
पोजीशन
provide
अच्छा था ना,
very
उसको
useful,
पुश करने
right?
देते.
It means that
एक
DRX,
या दो को मार सकता था.
they expect him to be on top of the wall, but they didn't get the kill. They didn't get sight lines, so they have to back off. And now this is A main in full control for Global Esports. Texture getting a showstopper to combat Foxy's.
Yeah, it's a very important timing to pick it up, and now he's going to push out. He's got the Boombot sent out, but Mako's holding this down.
Okay, but Global now pushed out even further, so they know that everyone has to be stuck in mid. But Global, if they're gonna go, they have to be able to catch up to Mako, because
कहाँ तक
otherwise
push
they're gonna
कर
get
दिया
caught from
इन्होंने?
behind. They have to understand that their backs are now open. They actually don't have control of A main anymore.
Madian's able to get the one in mid though as
भाई ये
Showstopper.
shotgun
Oh man, the shorty from that range is
कुछ
able
भी
to take
मार
down
रहा है।
Foxy as his Showstopper did pretty much
और
nothing.
अपने बंदे देखो कहाँ से आ रहे हैं।
Well, okay. Well, now the push out from Ronsky and Texture proving very valuable.
RB's got a nice angle. He's gonna pick
Oh,
up two, and Stax
what?
gets one elsewhere. Immediately
क्यों
makes
कर
this
रहा है
2v2 as Stax hanging on the ropes. Looking to bait out a bunch of shots, but okay, they're actually gonna jump in behind him.
भाई ये
Stax
shot
is going to get shorty from underneath as Madian is on 4.
ये shot
seconds.
Now it's up to RB again. He's got 8 seconds.
He's got a plan.
Yeah, just got to plan it. There it is. He's got enough time as long as he doesn't get delayed as they are running on in. As trying to spray on through, they don't quite land the shots. As he is pretty low though.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
ace here in round 18.
मोनिया बचा रहा है भाई
He's
इसमें।
going to be able to pick up this
हाँ।
और
defeat.
Texture भाग रहा है।
Massive turning points here in favor of
Ace.
esports.
अरे इसके टेक्सचर अपडेट नहीं हुए
Props to
होंगे
Monyet for
हो सकता
holding
है।
mid for so long, because I was getting concerned with Ronsky and Texture pushing out without actually further info on A main, but Monyet just sprays down with all the weapons he has through the smoke. And I like this choice here too, right? Just double down and say, listen, we know where RB is. Let's make this a 2v1 in both directions, right? Let's not get caught in 2 different 1v1s. Let's just commit to trying to catch stacks. Monyet gets 2 shorty kills. That's now tied 9-9. They still have crucial ultimates on the side of Global.
It's denied by the wall.
बोला रैंप
Hey.
कल
It's not going to feel too good
आज
about
नहीं
that,
जाना।
but Mako did pick up the kill.
ये कहाँ से लिया?
As Foxy,
रॉन्स्की
I
को
guess
से
he was
मारा।
distracting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was an idea of if the Sage Wall doesn't come, we'll do a fast push, but if it does, you know, let's just spray down it afterwards. I think this was a very intentional setup from DRX, and they're actually able to, you know, take advantage of it by getting
और
the
चैट
kills
लाइक
on
करो
the
यार,
team.
1 के लाइक भी नहीं हुए यार, क्या कर रहे?
See,
अरे
light in through mid, and Monyet's trying to hold it down again, but they take him out early. Very important for
मिल
DRX's
गया,
push
मिल गया
through
इनको।
mid, as now in tower they should be able to take out B site for themselves.
Yeah, during that whole fight in mid, we heard Texture pop a showstopper to try to catch Mako. He actually doesn't get the
कर
job
रहा है।
done. So he knows that Mako's
Viper
been
को ये
pushed
कहाँ
all
है?
the way to attacker spawn, but they are on their back foot, right? I mean, you still have the null command from Buzz as well if DRX wants
Last
to really
round
secure this
attacker
round,
spawn
which
से push करा
surely
था ना
they
दो
do.
बंदों ने।
Looking at their
ये क्या सेव कर रहे हैं क्या
economy
ये?
slowly starting to
हाँ।
spread thin.
Yeah, last time they were in this position, they got that cosmic divide down. They
और
took
मैं
the
नाचो
round
नहीं,
relatively comfortably,
फिर
but
भी मारा।
I like
See.
this from
मोनिया की वजह से ही
Once
बचा है
again,
अभी
they
तक
say,
मैच।
you know
हाँ
what?
ना?
Split is meant to be defender sided. We cannot all full buy next round, so let's save once
What
again.
country
We
is
saw this
it
decision
being
made
played in?
even
सेज और
at
आस्ट्रा का
Achilles.
भाई
ये
आ
सियोल-
About
गया
it once
next round।
more.
सियोल में हो रहा है
Apparently
शायद।
a timeout's going to come up, it looks like, but
वो ये कहाँ हो रहा है? साउथ कोरिया में हो रहा है ना मैच?
again, the fact that
नहीं,
while
North
it
Korea में।
feels
Oh,
bad,
North
that
Korea,
was the
sorry,
right
North
choice.
Korea
The
में ना?
5-man save over on Haven this time as well.
North
साउथ
Korea?
कोरिया
साउथ कोरिया
चुप
साढ़े।
ना
Trying to
Eclair।
make the Seekers
क्या
to
भाई
next
लोग?
round.
Eclair,
I
no।
know you still
Korea
have
कह
that
रहा हूँ।
cosmic divide on Monyet as well.
साउथ कोरिया, साउथ
Come
कोरिया।
back strong
क्यों
onto the next
Eclair?
round and keep the momentum going.
यार कंफ्यूज हो गया था यार।
they did this last time
Maaf
with
karo,
the
maaf
save
karo.
into timeout, into lots of discussion about how they're going to handle it from here.
अब
I
मैं
think
कुछ
that
नहीं बोल रहा
their
भाई नॉर्थ कोरिया के बारे में। हाँ?
defending side has been decent, but a couple of clutches from RB, a couple of very close rounds
भरोसा
that
नहीं
go
हो
the way
सकता।
of DRX, and
अरे वो एक है ना
comfortable
जो
spot here
नॉर्थ
with
कोरिया
that
से
last
निकल
round
के आई
win.
उसका भी पॉडकास्ट कुछ तो है।
Something just caught my eye. The far right sign there says, Stacks, stop swearing.
North-
It's either Stacks, stop swearing, or stop trash talking Stacks. One or the other, but I think it's the first one, because I think Stacks sometimes gets a little excited on stage.
घर नहीं
We don't
बंदे
always catch it
जाएंगे
in the
पूरे।
replays, but a lot of the fans have said that they hear it when they're
नॉर्थ
in
कोरिया
the-
में वन
in
में
the
एंट्री नो
stadium. Now,
एग्जिट।
importantly, global esports, a
हाँ,
change I
एक
think
बार
worth
तू
making
घुसा,
is, okay,
तो गया।
Monyet, while he's great in mid,
रॉसे नहीं खेल रहा है,
they're
रॉसे खेल रहा है ना?
starting to figure this
आज
out,
मॉनी
right?
के नाम
They're
से
just
खेल रहा है, मन
constantly
कर रहा है
spam, they're
उसका।
gonna try to swarm him with utility to take that control. Do you either plant someone
कोई
else or
रोहित
maybe
नहीं
the
चला
Sage? I
जाएगा।
know the Sage in mid feels bad because
जीजी को लग रहा है, मेरे को लग नहीं रहा, हो ही
Or do you actually
जाएगा।
just empty it,
GG
right? And just
2-0।
say, go back to the pistol round. Say, let's just
Yeah.
make sure we don't give up a tower, and just stick with it. Okay, Monyet's gonna stick near mid, but he's not gonna commit to it, and they're actually going to do a hard stack on B main. Global Esports, their intention here is
ये
to
कर लो
push out.
सिद्धार्थ भाई।
Let's see if it works out
NK
because we
में Valo
got
नहीं खेलते
2-3 members of DRX
वहाँ पे
hanging around
कुछ
there
नहीं
as
खेल
well.
पाते वो
they
बेचारे
empty mid as
बुरा लगता है
well.
कभी-कभार उनके लिए
They did this before with the guiding light into Foxy P. See if it works out as okay. It's going to take the satchel
ये
on
defense
over,
में इतना
and
attacking क्यों
DRX
खेल रहे
not
हैं?
going to challenge them, and even a siege wall is put down.
That is the way to complete this, though, right? Because the whole intention was if we don't get contact, we can get the Seekers for free. They get it, and now they know, okay, DRX was just waiting for us
Siege
as well.
वापस आ जाए.
So, no reason to rotate anybody. You've still got the Seekers. I mean, I think, Batsy, you save that until maybe the 40-second mark, and then you use it to double-check. He does have an extra guiding light here. I think you use something here at the 1-minute mark just to check for information.
Here's Texture as the blind comes out, but Foxy gets two anyway!
Foxy
Yeah.
dodges
भाई
the
Foxy
blast
भाई
instantly.
क्या खेल
And
रहा है?
Botsy now trying to hold down
Nice.
in the corridor, sprays him
Arre,
down, and
God.
Buzz even with the ult up. Stacks is finally going to shut him down, making this a 2v2.
नाइस ट्राई
It's going
यार
to give time though for Global Esports to rotate on over to B.
क्या हग रहा है
Let's go,
टेक्सचर
Alive, Stacks protecting RB so they can res
इसके
that
texture
KO.
update नहीं हो रहे होंगे.
Now, Botsy, he swings out at the end because he knows that otherwise he's going to get sprayed down. Yeah, he buys time for the
Oh,
rotates and
clean
back.
by
Oh!
Moni. Moni अलग ही खेल रहा है भाई.
मोनी
Three in a row,
यार
they just line up.
और तू खेल तू
Global
ड्यूलिस्ट
Esports able to tie it up at
ये
10
टेक्सचर के
now.
बस की नहीं है
Yeah, we forgot
भाई
to talk about
26
Mon Yet's
12 पे
passive
हो.
buff, which is he gets plus 50%.
मोने ड्यूलिस्ट खेल भाई ये टेक्सचर
आई
के
थिंक
बस
ये
की नहीं है
टेक्सचर का बैड मैच चल रहा है
monster
मतलब
he is
अनलकी हो रहा है
on that
ऊपर
part of
ऐसा
the
लग
map.
रहा है फ्लाइट
Clean.
उसको मारा रे
क्लीन बैंचेस
Clean taps.
टैप टैप
दो गोली
Tap.
दो गोली.
टैप
Looks
टैप
around, he's like,
टैप
"Anyone see that?"
Yeah.
भाई अभी flow में है मोने.
Oh man.
मोने
Wow.
मारेगा भाई
It's just making things more interesting for us.
वो देखना कहाँ तक जा रहे थे
We were tied up at 10 on Haven. We're tied up at 10 on Split.
कागे.
भाई ये तो बॉयज वाला सीन है
Nice change from Global.
फॉक्सी को मारना पड़ेगा फॉक्सी ही असली वो है
And not only do they take out Buzz, which is
भाई
Mako,
एक
though,
इधर के
Nick
जाते
कहा.
किल लेने
Gonna
हाँ
keep
मुझे
things
नहीं मुझे भी
close.
मारो मुझे भी मारो.
Zeeb's able to push in from Heaven down into the vents.
अभी ये हेवन का
now
कंट्रोल पूरा दे
committing
दिया
to
इसको.
holding the site on his own, which is very risky.
It's gonna wait.
Yeah, Aaron just wants just one
अरे
kill.
नहीं.
क्या हग रहा है
He
ये
knows he's there and he's gonna win
मोनी
the
मार रहा है क्या
fight.
पूरी टीम में
This is looking pretty strong now on the take for
पहला
DRX.
पिक मिला फिर भी हार गए राउंड
Global Esports many a
भाई ये
time
सेव करेंगे.
in this
हाँ
position
भाई
to
ये
save.
टेक्सचर बस सेव ही कर रहा है पता
And I
है.
think this
एक राउंड
is
खेलते
one of
एक
the
राउंड
more
मरता है एक
obvious
राउंड सेव
spots.
करता है. एक राउंड
It's
मरता
2 to
है.
4 and even a hit. Want to be used.
Okay, well, once you hear the pit, you
Damian
sure
Nath.
save, right? You say, okay, you know what? We're gonna at least
Damiano
bait it
Nath.
out that extra ultimate. That's fine.
I'm
Texture's
sorry
gonna
if
zero
I
cred, Saren's gonna
mispronounce your
350.
name,
We
brother.
cannot get,
Thank you for the
buys once
sponsor.
again in the next round. Global Esports. Again,
So
they
guest की
tried
याद
this
दिला
format
दी.
push over at Lock-in as well. That time I think it might have been on Eco, and it did get shut down in mid that time. This time
रोबो
they
के जोक
go out,
चुभ
they
रहे
get a
पता नहीं
quick
क्यों
kill on Buzz, but actually Aaron was hanging back in the site on elbow on A, and so there was no way to check if someone had gotten into A tower. So a bit of a flaw there. Hopefully that's something we see them brush up on if they choose to continue to bring out.
Rounds have gone back and forth.
हो गया रिफ्रेश हो गया
DRX once again are in the lead. Even here on the attacker's side after the half with was even 6-6.
Global Esports trying to figure out how they want to do their buys. I think they're just going to save everything for the next round, even if it means giving up match point. I mean, you know, maybe you have Batsy at least buy. Yeah, Frenzy, I was about to say. Can just hold the close quarters.
Texture just gonna hold the angle on
2x
A,
कर लो
make
एक
sure
बार.
they don't go in
Red
from
Drag,
here, but
Twitch
see
में
that
नहीं होता
DRX,
यार.
They've only got Mako in that same position that he was a couple of rounds ago. As the push will actually come in through mid.
Yeah, once they hear all this noise in mid, yeah, B main has to push out. They have to push out, and they need to somehow fight against RB and keep control of Garage. Meanwhile, on the A side, I mean, you gotta choose. Do you go back to A tower to fight that, or do you try to fish out for Mako? You do have the res on Ronsky, so Texture can...
Oh, Mako's lining it up. He gets the one, spots Texture, so that's a lot of info going to DRX on this push on A.
Yeah, Texture is all alone, though. He's just trying to buy time. He does get out to elbow, and backup is on its way in the form of Batsy.
Yeah, they're trying to essentially sprint into this one. Batsy gets into screens as Texture...
Watches that?
Behind, he's taking a lot of damage, but gets the one. He's playing through the smoke so well, he knows that one is in there as well. Takes out Foxy, but Stacks gets the trade. And now it's 2 for 1.
क्या करी खेल रहा था टेक्सचर ऐसे
And the plan is coming in on
देखना पहली
Yeah, they
जीत
know
जाते
where
4-5
he is
राउंड
because of the Seekers. Aaron trying to jump down on it.
Well, yeah, just
But
trying to run
ठीक
in.
है,
He's got a
bonus round
frenzy and
का
a
ये
dream
eco round था.
essentially as Buzz will
पहले
let him
खेल लेता ना
know
तो नहीं होता ना इको
what is up at the end of that one, as now Global Esports a final buy, a final chance to tie things up.
अरे ये टेक्सचर
You
आएगा ना इंडिया
have
में
all
घुसने मत
these
देना तुम
ultimates, and I
क्लियर
know
से.
that they've been waiting to use these for retakes. I mean,
भाई देख रहे हो
you know, the
10
Cosmic
के
Divide
10
better
बंदे
used as a
फैंटम खेल
retake
रहे हैं
tool.
एक भी फैंटम
There is
नहीं
a
है
question, do you use the
अरे
mid?
ये मैप
It looks
छोटी
like
है
you might
ना.
be poised to use it in mid
10
just
के
to
10
shut that
बंदे.
down.
सब
Manyet's gonna
Phantom
watch
ही
his
खेलते इस
back
मैप
and
में.
vents. They showed this at lock-in
हाँ.
as well. So it comes down to Texture. What can he do on main? Ronsky is there with the res if Texture gets taken out.
Yeah. As they're gonna break the wall. Decide where to go from there. It looks like hanging out in sewers again.
4 अल्ट
See, we'll have to pick up that spike and maybe just go for mid again, as of course.
तो भाई
एक
पहली
हो गई.
here.
तो पहली बार अल्ट मारी है क्या हमारे एरन ने
The
अभी
most
देखा
important
मैंने.
now
ऐसा
is
लग
Buzz.
रहा है.
How
लग रहा है
critical
मुझे.
he with his timings on his Trailblazer and
डिफेंस में
Guiding
तो
Light.
पहली बार
People
दिखा
thinking
मैंने.
right in between, but every 20-second increment, he should use one of these abilities. There's a Trailblazer. It comes out. Does he get a spot? He does. The
Spot
vision
कर
should
लिया
have
उसने.
hit.
Yeah.
So they know Aaron starting to try to provide support there.
This one feels pretty obvious, but as I see
फॉल
that
बैक कर रहे हैं बस
DRX
पहुंच से जा रहे हैं
try
वो
to
पूरा.
mix it up and back away.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you go down to 45-40, yeah, use the Seekers. See if they're still in front of B main or not. Now, Buzz is trying to come here just to take these out. Okay, this is trying to sell the idea that DRX is still in front of B,
Yeah.
which means Global, they cannot commit to a rotate.
Yeah, and Botsy actually rotates over to B. There's 2 of them on B right now.
30 seconds left.
And
Catch
that's
me down,
not
Akshay bhai.
essentially where you want to be, as Buzz is really trying to sell this grenades. Everything
bhai
being
tu.
thrown into the smoke as in he goes,
Nice.
dies someone yet, but the push is on A.
Yeah, but Texture has a read on this as well. And Ronsky.
Oh,
नहीं
but
एक
Mako
और मार
trying
लेता
to
है
clutch it, picks up
रे.
2.
10 seconds
टेक्सचर
left.
एक तो मार
Well,
ब्रो.
they do clear the site, but it is a 3v2. Now, it's Global. I
planted.
know they might want to save this Cosmic Divide, but it is match point.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta use it.
Toxins going up.
Talk screen as well. Mako on the backside. He's got some help from RB. There's the Cosmic Divide.
Oh, this is great for Manyet because it's setting it up for screens, but Manyet can scout across the other side of the wall.
Stacks waiting behind. Manyet gets the 1 and no kill.
Nice.
Manyet able to get the 1 and 3 health as he can hold this now.
पुलिंग देने
RB does not have a chance to make his way in. Okay.
Yeah,
And
there's the
it's-
gravity well.
and
Nice,
down he goes,
Monyet.
Monyet from the top.
भाई वो
That
मोहल्ले
will be an
बेचारा
abuse.
कितना
Global
ट्राई कर
Esports,
रहा है कितना
they've
कितना
got a
खेल रहा है
chance here.
वो पूरी टीम को उठा रहा है अपने
One
कंधों
round
पे.
away from tying it up.
If they win this split, I mean, all eyes on Manyet,
kills
right?
है?
Not only does he single-handedly
30.
win rounds in mid, but
30 भाई.
that Cosmic Divide setup to make it look like
भाई,
they're
वो
all
बोल
going to
रहे
try
क्या
to
Silvers के साथ
unload
बिठा रखा है
screens, and
मुझे.
then he watches for anyone waiting on his side of the Cosmic Divide from heaven, able to pick off that kill, and then he's actually able to finish off the round as well.
तीन मार रहे हर राउंड तीन
Well, it all
मार रहा है
comes
वो.
down to this as the GE tiers have returned.
I mean, this is the time. This is the time to shout it out, right? Let's go to map 3. I think everyone would love to see that. I mean, maybe not DRX fans, but it would be exciting at the very least.
Sure. I mean, this has been really back and forth. And
Guys,
fun
50 more
balance
likes, 50
from
more
the
likes,
tier
come
man
on,
of-
jaldi.
So, seeing more of it would be benefit to everyone, I think, as here comes DRX.
OT,
into
OT,
that.
OT, OT,
Okay,
OT,
Global
OT.
has made a good change, just letting
Texture मार ले
DRX
बस और
get
कुछ
up
नहीं
to
चाहता.
vents from mid. But they're actually going to hunt
What?
him down with the Sage Wall.
Oh, nice!
A great change from Global to
Great
make sure the
call.
second line of attack from
भाई
DRX cannot
फॉक्सी गया
provide
अभी
support.
फॉक्सी गया
The
इनका.
Rays down now.
अब क्या
The
करेंगे?
entries are much weaker.
Foxy का
Feet
ये-
down हो गया
DRX
उसका.
has to
नहीं,
go
आपको
in
अभी
with
भी
their
लेकिन माकू भी
flashes.
अच्छा खेल रहा है लेकिन फिर भी
Ronsky, don't overpeak. You have
This
revived, brother.
is, there's a lot to ask. You got 3 people, or 2 now, as we see Bossy is rotating over to B. Just trying to hold down from ramps.
Yeah, Aaron's just holding an off angle. He just wants to get info and hold on.
957 watching, 957 likes. Perfect. लेकिन like करो.
Give them the plan. Now, the big question is RB's all the way over on B.
I guess Aaron didn't see him, and Mako's just able to line that up, but Rez comes in.
Okay, snake bite. Well, okay, at the very least, Global on their side, they hold control. They hold control.
उसने flash किया और उसने
Good
smoke
spray,
up कर
Buzz
दिया.
takes a
Nice,
lot,
Monye.
Stack straight
Let's
1
go,
for 1,
Monye.
which is good for Global here. It's down to the back.
Nice.
They know Mako's here. The only one they don't know about is RB.
Yeah.
RB का है.
He's also hanging over. Diffuse comes in. Mako gets the kill. Uh-oh. This is getting more interesting
Half
as
isn't done yet.
through the smoke they have to go.
No!
There it is. Couple kills. One to Ronsky, one to
Finally.
Taster. Diffuse comes in, and we will be
12.
going to overtime.
Oh
Hello?
my gosh! Global Esports taking
Hi.
DRX to overtime. I don't think that was on anyone's bingo card for VCT Pacific 2023.
Well, they
Okay,
almost
okay,
did
okay.
in the first map, and now on map 2.
मेरे को
they finally make
हाँ
it
ठीक है मेरे को
happen.
बस 2-4 मिनट दे.
Teams getting 6 rounds on
ठीक है,
either
thank you.
side, so what can you say? Very evenly matched are these two teams. Global Esports have risen to the task, and they are certainly going
Loco
for
event, हाँ
one
यार.
of the best teams here. If they could overtake them and force a map 3, that would be huge for this squad.
And the true winner of this map is the AR director in the studio. Finally gets to show off the overtime scoreboard.
Loco
in
event
AR.
है मेरा,
I
Loco
do like
event.
it, right? Instead of just trying to keep track of the entire score, we'll do that.
Oh
for you guys.
shit,
We
मेरा
just wanna
Loco
know
event
who's on
है.
match point, right? Who's getting close to the 2 wins that you're gonna need to win out map 2. Global Esports trying to.
ओ मैं OT नहीं देख सकता chat. ओ
ओ
यार 2 लाइक कर दो यार जाने से पहले. ओ क्या करूँ यार मेरा लोको का इवेंट है यार.
क्या हो गया?
ओ मेरा लोको का इवेंट है यार अभी जस्ट अभी.
Yeah, you were so close.
मैं डिस्कॉर्ड से ज्वाइन करूँ
Drawn
यार.
2 in a row.
इवेंट है तुम्हारा अब भी.
What can you say? Just try to
But Discord
forget that
loco
happened
इधर से
and
join
essentially just play the smaller best of series that we have here in these last bunch of rounds.
Now, my big question is Global Esports, they had a good streak in the beginning on their attack, and then once DRX adjusted with the timeout is when they couldn't eke out more round wins. So do they have some other wildcards prepared on this first couple overtimes when they're on the attacking side to try to get their lead? Because I think their defense, they're starting to figure out DRX's pacing here and their defaults.
Yeah, it really does feel like Global has got a read on them. Let's see how it's going to go after the side swap.
There is a change, right? They're just ditching A entirely. They're going to focus on mid. They want to get full mid control and then decide if they want to rotate back out. But they are going to have to speed this up because they have no information on whether DRX pushes out of A main or not.
Yeah. As they will look to push on through just a bit. It's utility use here in mid as grenade comes out and they say, well, it's going to slow us down just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they did draw out a lot of utility. This is just going to be a full commit onto B.
Yeah, Foxy, he's here. He hears them all as well. Lines it up. Perfect timing on the peak 1v4 as on the back of the site here is RB as well. Texture is in. A lot of members of Global are in onto the site, but RB and Foxy are able to hold it down and leave only Monyet
1v3
3
on
है
the
भाई.
site here alone.
दुनिया कर सकता है तो वही खेल रहा है.
करेगा तो सिर्फ मोने करेगा और कोई नहीं करेगा.
और तो कोई नहीं कर सकता इनकी टीम में.
To keep Global Esports at bay, it comes down to Monyet. He's done some heroics so far in this map, but not too
Time तो है
much
इसके
time on
पास.
his side.
It's going to run on over. I think that's the sound cue they needed as a lot of spray coming through the smoke. Monyet in a really
भाई
rough spot.
भाई बहुत मुश्किल है.
Catches one after that.
Oh!
Catches another. Monyet has been insane so far.
नहीं यार उसके पास flash क्यों
The timing
है?
is right there as Buzz just barely going to hold on to that round for the second year.
That right-click flash drive was just so clean, right? It pops right as he sees it. You see Monyet trying to dodge it, but if Monyet dodges that, I think he swings back, gets the kill, given just what momentum he had there. But look at Foxy9's positioning, right? Just creating these angles to stay alive and even get 2 kills.
One enemy remaining.
Watch this flash.
Perfect, yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, that's a relief for sure.
Thank God.
Okay, well.
Report करो
time
DRX.
out.
Yes.
DRX, okay, they want to close it out. on this attacking side. And I do like this. We haven't seen this work out too well in the past when teams try to use an early timeout and overtime to close it out. But the reason I like it
फोन
is
से
because towards the later
डिस्कॉर्ड
part
ज्वाइन कर रखा है
of DRX's attacking half, it was actually a GE who makes the last adjustment.
फोन से
DRX
डिस्कॉर्ड
has
ज्वाइन
had
कर रखा है ताकि
a
मैं
time
मिस ना
to
कर
try to
पाऊँ
iterate some other changes. So now's a good time for Termi to say, okay, this is what GE changed in the last 2 rounds. How do we combat that? You looking at that sign?
Yeah, there was a sign. It was like, if you guys
ये
lose, you
वामोस
have
का क्या
to
मतलब
get
है?
together with me, basically. I don't know if they'll take that offer.
Eclipse.
No. I don't think that's a done deal by any means.
The strongest of
Oh, hello,
motivations
Candy.
to win.
Yeah.
Eclipse.
DRX. Well, all right, global esports.
Vamos
as
का
well.
मतलब क्या है?
I mean, surely you see this timeout coming out. Erasure,
Let's go type.
Surely has told them.
Vamos
right,
मतलब
we
let's
should
go
Yeah,
vamos
so they go back to a very slow
So.
default. Now, I would love to see Botsy start to push out off of his utility on B main, right? Because otherwise, it doesn't mean much. Yeah, he's starting to push out because that way the stack on A has meaning. Because now they can say just keep 3 people on A. There's no one in front of Garage.
Yeah. Aaron in position, gets a little bit of poke damage there on the Foxy.
Aaron, वही मौका था.
It's a miracle Foxy actually stays alive there.
Yeah.
Okay, Trailblazer out of Garage as well.
एक
And
गोली
into
मारी
Ramen.
उसने.
Yeah.
Botsy has so much information on the side of B. Now, the only problem is they actually ditched mid entirely. So it's a 4-man stack on A.
And they're pushing out, I mean, they're going to get some information that, okay, a little bit of a rotation has come out from DRX as Texture gets one. RB.
Yeah, but seeing the position... Oh, Texture, yeah, he wants to stay alive because he's only 1 point away from a showstopper. Now they know that they didn't spot everyone on DRX, so there could be a rotate, which is why Botsy now goes back to watch mid. We do have the Aster Star from Magnet to support on B side, but I like Global Esports' idea. Just don't commit to this, because Botsy, all he has to do is stay alive in Garage on B main.
30 seconds
Just
left.
spot the plant, and then keep main alive.
That's his job. Let's see the timing of when he pokes out as they're already in there. He
Stay
picks
alive.
up a kill as
Nice
well.
shot.
He needs to stay alive. Yeah,
Nice
I mean,
one.
you've bought enough time. You cannot try to stop the plant right now. Stay alive. It's a 5v3.
All right, he's going to hold it. Botsy
10 seconds
in the
left.
smoke. Stax wants to take it down.
RB? It's a pinch.
Oh, and they pinch him perfectly. They take him out.
And then Buzz has actually pushed out into Alley as well. DRX has great positions despite being down in numbers.
Oh, Aaron nearly takes him out, though. Bit of damage is now Buzz pushing forward. There's Ronsky behind him.
उसने
Ronsky
मॉली
gets
डाल
the
दिया
kill.
अपना.
As in the smoke they are. RB in mid-jump, still going to get the kill. As Diffuse is down in the spray, they try to 2v1 him, but he takes him down. Vronsky,
Nice.
Aaron
Let's
pokes around and
go,
takes
let's
down
go.
Stacks. And they do have ample time to get the
Panic में
Diffuse
खेल रहे हैं
Global
लोग यार.
Esports.
नहीं, अरे उनकी पोजीशनिंग बहुत सही है यार
Smooth on the
DRX की.
defense.
Man, when we saw
Confidence का game है ना.
Global Esports and
ये
DRX
लोग
with their April Fool's joke
पता नहीं
about
कितना
mock
डर रहे हैं.
draft
Last map से
going
डर
over,
रहे हैं
we
ऐसे.
thought that was going to be the
Yeah,
spotlight
उनका
for these 2 teams this
ये
weekend, but
जी का
boy,
जो
we've
वाइपर
been
है,
proven wrong
shot miss
with
कर रहे
this
थे
split
easy
map
shots.
too, and I mean, props to both teams, right? Global Esports, great adjustment with Botsy pushing out and trying to stay alive in Garage, buys enough time for the rotate.
वो reload नहीं करता ना, आरएन उस पे भी
DRX,
हकता
RB
पता है.
sneaks in, gives time for Stacks to go into backside. That's the only chance they had to win out. They unfortunately do not, and now we go over to round 27. You know, I often imagine that all of the
नाखून
GE
साफ कर
guys
अपने.
would make great casters because they never run out of their voice.
They might need it for map
मुझे
3, man. I mean,
करी वाला
Yeah,
नहीं
you
खाना
gotta be
चाहिए था.
careful.
This could go down to the very last stretch. Of course, map 3, Pearl is waiting for us
नहीं
there.
हम पर्सनली लोको लाइव जा सकते हैं अपना.
I don't know how clearly you guys can hear that through our
मना
microphones, but
करो
it is
उन्होंने यार.
very clear to us through our headsets.
Yeah. Texture fan right behind him. Over there on the GE side. And of course, this timeout is going to give time to both
एक
sides to
सेकंड
try
मैं
to
ग्रुप में पूछता हूँ
discuss
ठीक बोल रहा हूँ.
what we can do better going into this next one. And
क्या बोला?
honestly, I don't really know, like, what is the strategy going to be here for DRX now moving over after having lost the last round. That was pretty close as they move back on a defense.
All right, so Global, their default setup is back to the very original, right? Wait for the intel gathering coming out from DRX, see if they push out. If they don't, maybe counter it with your own info over on a main. just gonna see the 0 point come out.
Taj, I love you, yaar.
Alright, Mako holding down vents. Bit of a passive position there as the rotation through sewers will come in.
Oh, this is a nice change though, right? Because Aaron's in the same position he always was when he was lurking over on the A side. And now they're gonna start to strike with the Trailblazer. It's a bit of a twist on the GE special, but the gravity well buys just enough time.
Oh, and Buzz, he's on the run. God. He's like, oh God, get me out of here. As they all move in on to tower.
Okay, they need to clear elbow though. What are their tools to clear this out? Buzz already uses one flash drive. They baited that out.
Foxy on the backside here is going to underhand the grenades, buy himself some time.
Foxy needs to provide support from A main.
There's one. There is, nope, the trade for Monyet. On the backside, in the screens, in they go. They're both low on health. Buzz here in elbow, trying to hold it down.
Oh no!
As they push through, another trade. Monyet is just insane right now. Botsy, they get the push, and they should be able to put down this plant.
Mako looking to see
Monye को heal कर रहे हैं Monye तू मार
for RB to provide a second angle from above, but an amazing
उन्हें नहीं पता ना तीनों side पे उन्हें नहीं पता
Just gotta push.
Oh, भाई.
Makes it a 2v2 and pushing out. They push
क्यों
out.
बाहर जा
cut the
रहे
divide,
हैं
and Mako and RB get one
क्यों बाहर
apiece.
जा रहे हैं
And that will be the defuse as DRX hold on barely.
दर्द हो रहा है भाई देख
बाहर
के.
भी push कर रहा है यार वो.
Wow. Okay. I know why Bozzy did that, right? Because you just got cleared from elbow. You imagine that it's only one on the other side.
ओ भाई दर्द हो रहा है भाई ये देख के.
So you
उन्होंने
push
spot ही
out,
नहीं
try
किया
to
था.
अब
get
बाहर
the
क्यों
ball
निकले यार?
fire
अच्छा
off
खासा
the
था
flash.
अपना राउंड.
भाई ये लोग
But
तीनों अगर
unfortunately,
बैठ
DRX
के
was
अपने
just one
एंगल्स
step
ऐसे
faster
क्रॉस
than
फायर
the
बैठ जाते ना
crossfire there.
बहुत इजी राउंड था ये.
Bozzy's plan
क्या
was fine.
इतना
Because the
अच्छा राउंड
divide was
निकाला
good,
था.
It's really just Mako marching in through that Astro wall to get the first kill on Monyet. That changes everything.
Yeah. I think he really did hear me call out his KD on map 1. He's like, no. But jokes aside, Mako's really stepped it up here. He's gotten comfortable, and he is holding this team together.
And a note, Monyet also has 36 kills. So.
Yeah, Monyet has been disgusting on this map.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that he's been carrying GE a certain amount. But GE, good changes once again. This time it's a harder push with a stack on B main. Now,
इन लोग ना क्या करते हैं पता है पहले पुश करते हैं फॉक्सी को ऐसा एक अजीब सी लोकेशन में पहुंचा देते हैं फिर अपने टीम के हिसाब से खेलते हैं
So now you're like, okay, I'll just keep jiggle peeking
आज
garage
राउंड
and
अपना राउंड
Botsy,
था रे.
we'll see if there's anyone
वो
over by A
वॉल के उस
tower
तरफ जाने
that
की
allows
जरूरत ही
them
नहीं
to
थी
set up for a good retake
इतना
on
सही
B,
वॉल बनाया था उसने
if it is going
को
to be a
अंदर आना
strike,
था
which it appears to be so.
पता लग गया इन्हें.
As,
hit हो रहा है.
they're up
अरे
there,
यार,
nobody's
practice
checking,
करनी
nobody's
चाहिए.
peeking onto this one. Buzz gonna get that entry. Monyet
मुझे लग रहा
flash
खत्म हो
bang, and he
गया.
can't get the
GG
kill.
हो
हो
गया.
गया GG.
The entry is
GG.
clean for DRX, and this might be the way they win this map.
They're not set up for a great retake either. Only a single guiding light and a slow orb from Sage to make this work. They have to pop out. They have to pick off one, at least
Easy.
one, to get an advantage. But
Yeah. And Foxy gets the info. They got two guys stacked there on the backside of the site.
yeah, and then you've got
Money
one in
मर गया
B main,
तो मार
and
रहा
then
था.
you have RB trying to get the
Oh.
flank onto heaven.
Aaron, though, able to get one. The
Oh.
spray.
Oh,
Brodsky
what the
gets
fuck?
two. And the defuse is coming in. There's enough time, but Mako.
They got half. The snake bite comes out.
Bronsky again.
Do they know where RB is, though?
And the res.
Pulling them in.
He's got the suck.
Oh,
Is
they
it enough?
They suspect it. They know he's up in
What?
You know, Bronsky
What?
picks it up, and
Oh,
we are
bhai.
going to more
अब जाके
rounds.
रॉन्स्की खेला है.
ओ भाई.
मैच में अब
I'll be
जाके.
honest, I wrote this off as soon as
ठीक
Turkey
है.
spam
ठीक
through
है
that
भाई.
wall, because you called it, Valdez. No one was watching that despite having Botsy intentionally checking A tower instead of B heaven. You had to expect that pinch
भाई
to
ये
be
flash
there.
crazy
But
था.
Global Esports, what a retake, what an amazing flash coming in from Botsy. Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
No surprise.
तेरा इवेंट कैंसिल.
As we reset. 14-14.
Wow. Going to round 29.
Yep, we are in this one already.
Yeah, I mean, no timeouts anymore either. So
Yep.
at this point, we always like to remind you guys, it really actually comes down to a bit of endurance, right? Who's keeping their focus in the game? You've seen so much from your opponents in terms of their choices, their styles, and even
पता नहीं यार ये
मैप
मैच
में वही
खत्म
इशू
होने
है,
में
एक रन तुम जीते, एक रन हम
they've
जीते।
done a lot of B
नहीं
rushes
ये
through
अभी
main, but
देखो ये राउंड कितना
this time
बढ़िया
they just poke a
तो
little
वो वाला
fun
जीजा अपना
in
गेम
mid.
था ये ऑलरेडी खत्म हो
हाँ
जाता
खत्म
चालू
हो
तो नहीं
जाता
करेंगे
है।
ना अभी
And I don't
क्या कर
mind
रहे
this
हैं
in
और
terms of
किया था
rounds
मोने
around
इनको
call.
आर्ट के अंदर रहता था स्पाइक आर्ट के अंदर था
Gonna stop the push. Texture slowed down just a bit. Foxy in the site as well.
They don't know textures in deep though.
Foxy gets it. He gets the one, and yeah, Texture picks up that kill as you mentioned. Monyet as
अबे हम
well.
लोग सब लोग ले
RB, very nice swing, but traded back again. And now it's up to Stacks. As this plant is going to come down.
क्या
Aaron.
कौन क्या बोला
नहीं नहीं नहीं
बिंग से आया था, बिंग से आया था।
क्या बोला
And there it is.
Live हो गया था।
Foxy
अभी भी खत्म हो
able to
सकता
shoot
है
him
या
down.
फिर
And all of a sudden, Global Esports,
नाइस
for the
लेट्स
first time as well
गो
here in overtime, will take the lead.
Let's go, let's
Yep,
go,
for the
let's
first
go।
time, meaning that it's the first time either team
अभी
has been
defense है
able
ना?
to get their attacking
अभी
side
बस
as well.
तो
And
Vroski
खाली
मार
एरिया
ले
when we see
भाई।
this happen, we gotta imagine that the momentum now goes over to Global's
बंस
side.
भाई कहाँ गए
And you know what? They're doubling down. They say, okay, we have the attack.
वही है ना, वो सब है ना,
जीते, अब
Vroski।
जीते नहीं है
That
यार।
love so much.
क्या
Have
सेज
him hold A.
जी का सब है ना।
They're committing to this. It's going to be Bozzy fishing for information on B main once again.
See if it works out.
बंस को बोलो उसका इवेंट जाएगा लोग को डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करे
भाई
Texture
ऑफ
is
कर रहा है।
pushing just a bit, peeking the corners. Mako's gonna stay in the same
लोग को
spot
वाला
that
गेम है
he's
उसका
been.
अबे तो मेरा भी तो है
DRX have been
अब मैं
on
डिस्कॉर्ड
attack.
ज्वाइन करके बैठा हूँ
So most likely
मेरा भी है
Global,
बाबा
they don't make any more rotations. Maybe you send
Thanks,
either
Red.
like
Love you
Aaron
guys.
or
Love you.
Aaron.
क्या हाल है?
Aaron's even gonna. Oh my gosh.
Love
भाई
this.
Oh, this is.
ए, निकाल ले
you
यार
gotta expect it, yeah.
निकाल ले
He
अपन को
spams
भी
it,
जाने का
says, okay, okay, fine.
There it is.
Nice।
There it is. This is what they were waiting for. And just so we know, Ronsky was actually hanging back to provide slowers if Texture needed to make an escape, but he's not going to need it.
Oh, look at the push. Aaron sitting, waiting. They clear out the angle. Buzz
नहीं।
able to get the headshot, and now the push comes in. Foxy with another headshot, as they will get a clean entry into B now.
नहीं।
ड्रॉ कर दो भाई
Oh
मेरे
my
से और नहीं
gosh,
देखा जाएगा
Aaron,
ये।
listen, Aaron had the right idea. You know, you get cleared out of the first box and you say,
Option नहीं आता
surely they
उन्हें।
don't expect the second one, and Buzz says,
अबे
no,
भाई,
we
क्या
just have
scene है
no
ये?
reason. We check every corner on split.
Well, Ronski's got some good info.
अब कोई बोल नहीं
See if
सकते भाई
that
3v5 निकाला था
leads
पिछले
to
राउंड
something for them. Ronski's going to aggressively peek as the grenade comes in by Mako. Clean as ever. Oh, grenade kill in the backside there. Texture as an operator.
Yeah, I mean,
भाई ने ऑफ ली
no matter how good you are with the op, this is so hard.
Let's see it. Nope.
Yeah,
Not going to hit it. Gets the second one, though. And a showstopper.
अरे उसने गन स्विच नहीं कर
Is there
पाया
enough
वो।
time?
यूसी करो
no,
भैया जी
he's got to
Heaven
stick
है, वो
half
pull
right
करेगा।
now,
Yeah.
and then try to get just one more kill. But
नहीं होगा रे गया
Not
राउंड
enough time. He gets the one, though.
oh, yeah, no
Yeah,
time.
just not enough time. Nice try. He tries to get
Nice
the
try.
morale booster, but not even able to get that. RB picks
15
that one up and
15
ties us
30
up
राउंड्स
at
ऑलरेडी
15
सीएसगो हो गए।
apiece.
This is
ठीक
my
है।
favorite part where we get to tell you guys that our
CS:GO का
score sheets
score
always
line
run
है
out
ये,
at round
15-15.
30. And already in week 2, we are running out of space on map 2 of this match between DRX and Global Esports.
Well,
चलो गाइस मेरा इवेंट है
it's a very
स्ट्रीम
entertaining
स्टार्ट हो गई मेरी लोगों की लोगो इवेंट है हमारा एक
time
मेरे को
to
जाने का
cast for VCT Pacific for me, William.
स्ट्रीम लाइव है नॉर्मल वाईटी पे देख लो थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग
At 1-2, and
मेरे
then
को जाना पड़ेगा
into
बाय
this.
बाय बाय
We're in
बाय
overtime already.
चलो भाई मेरे को जाना पड़ेगा मेरी लोगों का इवेंट लाइव हो गया बाय 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 बाय
Bye.
बाय।
एक सेकंड एक
Will
सेकंड एक
actually
सेकंड
catch
एक सेकंड
Aaron. And so a little bit of different information than DRX is used to, but then you imagine, okay, if it's only Aaron, it's probably still alert.
Scout destroyed.
Now they don't know that Ozzy is here.
ये लो 2 रुपीस कमेंट्री सुन लो यहाँ जाके
To
2
try
रुपीस
to
कमेंट्री
force
सुन लो
DRX
मैच
to
की
shift
जाओ
weight over
जाओ
to
बाय
the
बाय
other
बाय
side,
बाय
and the
बाय
perfect
बाय
time
बाय